Y'all know what it is. It's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. One of 54 boxes has the missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash Apping $ usual 50/50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20 with a 1 in 54 chance of winning. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Y'all know what it is. It's the usual suspect 650-50 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half the pot. Cash App, $ usual 50/50. Tickets are on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, and $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as your email address, and your tickets will be set. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Beats Boxing Talk Bullshit on the Beltway, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Push the weight in our flex. The live is 1 in the 6. With the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You a runner, motherfucker, high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker, never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker, change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little.
Yeah, come on! Yeah, man, come on!
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed this morning. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Like the video. Like this live stream. Share it. We are our own algorithm. Let's not leave it up to Miguel to do anything for us. We do it ourselves. Let's do this roll call. See that YouTube. It might be the machine that I'm on right now. But all of y'all names are added again. I don't know what that is. That might be because the machine I'm on, I'm not at home, I'm not on my desktop, I'm on the road, y'all. Which is why I haven't been on live the last 2 days, because I'm taking care of some family stuff. Do this roll call. My brother, the Audacity Podcast in the building. Salute. Mac of the South, Rod Neal. This is Shelton, Freedom's March. My brother, salute. Yes, sir. Dial Big G, Mark Hairston, Michael Ray, the Sensei, Stormy B is in the building. I'm gonna call you later today, brother. I got a lot of things I gotta send you. Steve Elder, Mac, my brother, salute. MXC, Sam Mac, salute. Freedom's March early in that super chat. He says, welcome back, big bro. Y'all hit the like, and some colorful Tetris blocks in the chest. I appreciate that. Salute, bro. Delano, salute, man. No. It's not what you think, Delano. It's not what you think, Delano. It's live. It's not what you think, brother. Nope. I got questions, bro. And if you read the title, if you watch me like you do, read the title. Read it. Just read it again. There's some hashtags in there. In fact, this live might surprise you. So just tune in. Just tune in. Shogun, salute. Dion, next up. What's going on? HD Boxing in the building. Edie Harding, my brother, salute. Dion, next up. Yes, sir. Showtime Majors, what's going on? Bone Star, what up? Jill Spooler, I'm trying to get as much of y'all as I can. Michael Ray. Hey, Hardy, salute. Queen, Houston in the building. Tim Harmon, what up? All right, let's get to it. My question this morning. Of course, I got to do a meme. I got to clown Tank. Because Tank is an a-hole. You know that. But he doesn't care. He doesn't care about his fans. Damn sure don't care about me. Because I used to be a fan. Is Tank retirement? Is he? I'm asking a question. Dragon Fang, salute. I'm asking a question, seriously. I'm asking a question. And let me go on record saying this. I hope he's not. Now that I thought about it, no, I hope he's not retiring. You know why? No, man. You have not fought your contemporaries, man. Now, if you're going to stick around and you're really going to give your fanatics Jake Paul, then do that and just get the hell out of the sport. If that's the case. If your fans, if your fanatics are cool with you fighting a Jake Paul and not fighting your contemporaries because they really don't want to see you get your ass kicked, cool. But stick around and fight some real competition so I can judge you. Because you know what's going to happen? This kid walks away from the game. To me, he going to be one of the coulda, woulda, shouldas. And 2 decades from now, we're still going to be dealing with a bunch of his fanatics talking about who he would have beaten. Oh, he would have beaten Devin. He would have beaten Shakur. He would have beaten Keyshawn Davis. More on Keyshawn later. I just saw the brother Blue post I think this kid did a TikTok video. I said, I can't sum that up in one video. I'm going to dedicate a live to his dumb ass. You know what I mean? In the real world, I have said, I want Tank to retire and take his fans with him. That I do feel that. But on the other hand, nah, dude, no. I still want to see if you are who everyone says you are. Excuse me. There's a part of me, boxing, I don't believe it. But your fanatics have put you on this pedestal. And you got to understand the fanatics, listen, they don't understand the sport. They don't understand the mechanics inside the ring. They damn sure don't understand the business outside the ring. Thank you, brother. I've waved the white flag on trying to have a conversation about boxing with people that look. I'm talking about competition, best fighting the best. Coach Hudson in the building, salute. I'm talking about yo, go subscribe to Coach Hudson, man. That brother's been grinding. I've been on the road, Coach. Whenever you've been going live and dropping videos, I've been like driving long distance. But I've been in there. I've been hitting that like button and everything. Go subscribe to Coach Hudson. He's a real one. Stormy always says, you can't match wits with the witless. That's talking to a Tank Davis fan. I'm being dead serious. This is no shade. It's like, bro, why am I even here having this conversation? It's like asking someone, what are your thoughts on E equals MC squared? Your response, spaghetti. Like the color spaghetti. Like, whoa, what? Okay. All right. So I know what I'm dealing with 99% of the time. There's a lot of articulate idiots. Tank has become clickbait. Like, for instance, this morning, I'm really trying to have a conversation. Whether you want him gone or want him to stick around, I'm telling you, one part of me wants him gone. The other part of me is saying, no, wait, hold on, bro. Not so fast. If you're going to stick around, are you going to fight your contemporaries? What's going on, bro? Because of everything going on with him, you know what I see this kid doing, man? Because I don't know, because I just heard yesterday, Derek Gaines, the legend, my brother, salute. I just heard yesterday, right? Rachel calls me and she says, man, I'm so sick of this kid. I'm like, what? And I'm on the road, I'm driving. She says, now he's coming back in October or November. And I'm like, huh? Who? Exactly, Steve L. That's what's going to happen. I'm like, who? She says, I'm sick of this guy, Tank. I'm sick of it. And not to put out the whole conversation. No doubt, Coach Hudson. But look, man, I need y'all to understand something. When Tank fights, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. It is. And when no one factors in, when these cards get made up, there are people on that card that want to show up and show out on his undercard. You understand? And when he cancels a card, nobody gets paid. Right? Nobody gets paid. When I was talking about what's his name? Oh God, I'm having a brain fart this morning. What's his name? That faked the hand injury, and he was supposed to be the main event. You know who I'm talking about, Stormy, because he lost his last fight against what's the name that Xander Zayas just edged out the other night. God, it'll come to me in a second. But for those of you that don't know, you know what, Audacity Podcast? I don't even think he's gonna do that because we don't know who. You know, he's not fighting. He's not fighting Lamont Roach. Ain't that something? He's not fighting Lamont Roach. That's wild work. Thank you, Charles Conwell. Thank you. If y'all don't know, y'all could check my library. Charles Conwell. It's probably the only video I did about him, and it was upsetting because, you know, he's a black. I'm supporting him, and he revealed that he had. Oh, and this lines up. Joe Townsend, this lines up perfectly to what I'm saying here today. He was main eventing at somewhere. It may have been his hometown, right? Geo James, Bronx on deck. And he faked the hand injury and he deaded the event. And he was the main event. I think his brother or something, a relative was on the undercard or something. He scrapped the whole event. You know why he did that? I'll tell you why. His management team told him, you can make more money on this undercard fighting as a co-main. So scrap that event with your main event and come fight on the undercard because they got money, bro. Do y'all know what undercard he was supposed to fight under as a co-main? You might never know. He was fighting on the undercard of George Kambosos versus Teofimo Lopez. Remember? We got J-Lo. Remember that? We got J-Lo. Isaiah, what up? Remember that? And what did Tio do? That was one of the times he postponed it. Remember that? That was one of the times he did it. He was supposed to be on that card. Yeah, Delano, you can say that, but you're entitled to your opinion. So he pulled the rug from underneath his own feet. He scrapped the card where he was supposed to be in the main event to fight on the Lopez Kambosos undercard. That card got scrapped, so he ain't getting no money. But here was the crime behind that no one considers. That there was a card all made up from main event to co-main to mid-card to opener. Nobody got paid. The fighters, the people that took the day off to go work the concession stands and sell you popcorn, everything got scrapped because of him lying. And he faked a hand injury. Mr. Shelton, you remember that? And I reported on that. And I said, oh man, that's bad. That's bad. Off of a lie. He literally said he lied. The video is called Charles Conwell, Another Black Guy to the Sport or something. Go watch the video. It's about 2 years old now. And I said, man, I don't like this. That's crazy. Why would he do that? He did it. He did it, y'all. Now, what does this have to do with Tank? Tank's not faking an injury. I've been told that he was hoping that Roach would overtrain. He's into these boxing games, overtraining and all this stuff. And I'm hearing that he really was in camp the whole time, and he has been training. He put out some BS saying that he wasn't training or whatever. He might look, man. I don't care. I don't care because you know what they didn't factor in? Him not being in control and wilding out with his baby mama. Now let me park this. Let me park here on this. They didn't factor that in. I'm gonna keep saying it. Young man, you need to exercise self-control. All you young YNs, y'all like calling yourselves YNs. I'd rather call y'all young kings, but y'all want to call yourself young niggas, whatever y'all want to do, whatever. I'm done. Ain't no YNs in my family. There's young kings. Or whatever. And he's not a YN. He's like 30. Stop it. Stop it. Cut it out. He's acting like a young nigga. And where do young niggas end up? Dead in jail. In this instance, he might be getting locked up. You see that? See that? Now you're going to be in court with a suit and tie on, but you got tattoos up to your earlobes. And you got the braided hair, whatever. You got the piercings and tattoos on your face. The jury's already going to be looking at you like you crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to drift off into that. Because I shouldn't be telling this to a 30-year-old man. This is ridiculous, man. And his team didn't factor in that. I did. As y'all know, when his baby mama tried to get him deleted the first time, I got on here and I had a meltdown. I called her a liar, which she was. I called her a spoiled brat, which she is. And I said that his only crime, Hawk, what up? His only crime is procreating with that animal, because she's an animal. She is. She's an animal. Feel me? He couldn't control himself. Now, I don't know what happened on the day in question. But watch this, y'all. I would lean towards her lying on Tank again, because she's a liar. She's a liar. But now he got to deal with her because he decided to procreate with her. That's his fault. And now, because he lacks self-control or whatever happened, and now they said they got video, whatever happened. Now his team is talking about, he might be going to sit. There's a possibility he might be going to sit down for a little while. A possibility. I was like, oh no. Well, what are you gonna do? He did this, man. Now y'all know I'm not on here making fun of this, right? This is not funny. Whenever a black man goes to jail, it's not funny. Now I do believe that every nigga in prison ain't Nelson Mandela. Let's say that. Some niggas need to be there. What I am saying is, this might not be that. I don't know. This might not be that. This might be a case where he literally wasn't doing anything, and when she flexed at him, he like get away from me, and he raised his hand, and that got caught on tape. Oh, look, he hit me. One of those situations. And because he is who he is, Jeff Sparks, salute. PJ, salute. Because he is who he is, they're gonna throw the book at him. This might be that. I don't know. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I hate that he has to go through that, but he has to be smarter. He has to be smarter. This is crazy. And he's going through this at 30 years old. This is nuts. But what do I know? He got OGs, right? Tank from the trenches, right? Go listen to Tank. Go listen to those people that enable your nonsense. Every time you do something crazy, instead of saying, hey, Tank, man, you got to slow down. You got to do this. No. Listen to those boys that be like, but he from the trenches. The trenches. He from the trenches. Yeah. He from the trenches. Yeah. He from the trenches. Yeah. He from the trenches. Yeah, okay. All right. Is being from the trenches, to qualify to being from the trenches, does that come with a criminal record? That's what y'all celebrating? Oh, don't mind Tank. He from the trenches. Yeah. All right. So you cool with your daughter bringing home a guy like Tank Davis, a short little yellow YN with braids in his hair that doesn't have a complete grasp of the English language, who's not in control of his feelings to the point where he may potentially raise his hands? Do you want your son, Adrian, what up? Do you want your son hanging around YNs like Tank? Leave the women out of it. You want your son hanging around boys like that? Okay, I thought not. This is why he's in trouble. Because y'all enable this kid. So I'm over that. Because now I spill over in his career. We got two things going on. On a boxing perspective, I just want to see him test his mettle against his contemporaries. I don't know why. I don't know when I became the villain for wanting him to prove he's the best. I don't know when that happened. All right, I'm not having no arguments about this. I'm not having no debates about this. This is open and shut. Y'all say he's the best in the game. All I'm saying is, can he prove it? Devin too big. Huh? He just had a knockout at 40. Oh, but he went back down to 35. And then Champside interviews him. He said he's not beyond going back up to 40. Coach Cal says, we fight Devin at what weight, though? Huh? Devin goes to 140, snatches a belt from Prograde. Then they say, well, what about 135? He says, I changed my mind about that. Y'all damn near nailed him to the cross with Jesus. I was like, what? Wait a minute. So Dev can't change his mind, but this kid can change his mind, and Shakur changed his mind right in front of me. He changed his mind right in front of me with Conor Benn. Y'all didn't do anything. I know what it is, man. I know what I'm looking at. I know what I'm looking at. I know what I'm hearing. To me, this is so. I always say that. Keep it simple here. You can't. This is why y'all understand. This is why I don't open up the panel to have these arguments. I don't do that. I'm not arguing fantasy. Give me the facts, and I'll take it from there. I've been watching this sport too long. I've been watching this sport from an analytical perspective for longer than a lot of y'all been born. I'm being serious. I'm be 50 years old this year. There's certain things I don't entertain. And shout out to Champside for coining all of this bullshit. The Chitlin circuit. Do y'all know what a Chitlin circuit is? When he first said that, I almost fell on the floor. Do y'all know what a Chitlin circuit is? Let me know if you don't know. VC, I don't know. I don't know what happened the first time. All I know is that no. Here's what I know. She lied on him. And it came out. But that was after the police done came and locked him up. Anytime a woman calls the cops on a black man, she's trying to get him killed. K-Rod, salute. And I watched the whole video of the arrest. I think Kyle was there. They had to tell him to back up. And they took him down. They took a picture. And then everything came out that she lied. And then what did she do? She get on her social media saying, we're getting help for our problems. Bitch, he ain't got no problem. It's you. His problem was procreating with you. That's the problem. Tearing up the house while holding the baby. She tore up the house while holding the baby. He had that on video. That's the smartest thing he ever did. She spit in his face. He took a picture of that. He didn't lay a hand on her. And she got caught in a lie. That I remember. And what he should have did, Tay, good morning. What he should have did, whenever he had to go have an interaction with her, he should have had a witness and video running from the time he pulled up and saw her from the time he left. You never, once a person does that to you, you never deal with them without it being documented, ever. You got a lot of money, you got a lot of friends. You can't tell one of your boys, okay, we're pulling up, press record. You can't go to court and tell them, hey, judge, every time I interact with this girl, she gets funky with her hands. So I'm bringing somebody with me to get the kid and make the exchange. I don't want to be near her because I'm going to end up right in front of you. That chick is a liar, and she tried to get the kid killed. I keep calling him a kid, but y'all know what I mean. I was so mad at that. See, the thing is, y'all, let me tell y'all about me. Y'all think I hate Tank. No, I really can't stand his fan base because y'all niggas are a bunch of idiots. Let's be clear on that. His fan base. Y'all are worse than AJ fans. Y'all are worse than Flomos. Y'all are worse than Pactards. Tank fans are the absolute worst because you know what? A lot of y'all niggas think y'all smart. Y'all not. Y'all a bunch of glorified D-blowers. I've never seen anything like this. Ridiculous, man. Yeah, Star Wars, and it's a good thing you didn't do that. Y'all always got it, man. You have to get control of your emotions. You have to get control of your hands. And the social media, it can harm you or it can help you. Whenever you feel it's going there, just hit record, man. And I don't give a damn if it's your house. Run out that motherfucker. Don't be ashamed or afraid to call the police. Do not. It's all about who gets to the phone first. There's a lot of men in the dirt, forget jail, in the dirt over a female lie. These chicks do not think. No. They do think. When y'all ever dealt with an angry woman, she don't care about you being a father to the child or nothing. At that moment when she wants you dead, she doesn't care. That term crash out, the first time I heard it was in reference to a woman. Matter of fact, just this morning, let me see something. Just this morning, I saw something on Instagram. Who's that chick that runs? Snoop, what up, Snoop? I just saw it this morning. Hold on, I'm gonna let y'all know right now. Sha'Carri Richardson just got involved in a domestic dispute with Christian Coleman. First of all, I thought Sha'Carri was gay. Look, I don't know. She had a domestic dispute with this dude, and at an airport, and she got arrested. She got arrested because it was witnessed. Now, the term crash out, the first time I ever heard that, because everyone, there's always some new lingo, crash out, crash out, crash out. I said, yeah, that sounds funny. But the first time I heard it, it was a reference to a woman. Okay, this was 3 days ago. See, sorry, I've been off the grid. Okay. So I'm just finding out about this morning. She was gay for 4 years. You see what I'm talking about? Now, what man? See, not men. Let me talk to the men. Men. Why? In this God green earth, would you get into a relationship with a woman that was gay for 4 years? Now look, look, the older I got, the less F's I give. I ain't got time to be lying. Sometimes I leave the crib, it's like, I know I got underwear on, but I'm like, what color of drawers? You know, I play that game with myself. What color of drawers I got on? No, I get up and, shower, shave, and get ready to leave the crib. And I'm like, shit, I don't even remember what kind of drawer. I know I reached in the drawer and got some drawers, put them on. I don't even know what color they are. I ain't got time. Bob Jones, salute. I ain't got time. The older I get, the less F's I give. I don't care. Now, I'm saying, Coleman, you could beat. Feel me? You could beat. But I don't know what was going on. I'm just reading the story. And there was enough evidence for the cops to put the braces on her, but he didn't press charges. Now, you know that if the roles were reversed, the police is like, no. They're going to ask him, they're going to ask her, do you want to press charges? No, they're locking him up. And the state is pressing charges. Y'all already know that. They asked this brother and he said no. Feel me? They asked the brother and he said no. Man, this is retarded, but this is what these kids are doing today. Remember when I said your past matters? And let me get into a little pep talk here. I said, your past matters. And when I said that on Instagram, here comes an avalanche of sisterhood coming at me. Oh, what do you mean? Oh, past matters. Look. And I flipped it. And I know I said it here, but it bears repeating. I flipped it. I said, okay, your past don't matter. It should only matter with the person you're dealing with. Okay, now watch this. And I asked this girl, who was young. When you 20 years old, man, please shut up. But I said, all right, let me educate you, young lady. You meet a guy, you feeling him. He's everything. He's above 6 feet. He's above 6 inches in the pants. Of course, you know that. He got a 6-pack. One of those yellow Negroes with, he's Tank. He's Tank. Right? He's Tank, but he's 6 feet tall. He's Tank. He got money. Right? Everything you want in a man, right? And then you ask him, well, you a catch, man. How did you stay single all this time? Oh, no, well, I've dated. And he starts giving you a background. He says, well, before you, I was dating a Tikwa. And then before her, I was dating a Shaniqua. And then before her, I was dating a Shakari. And then before her, I was dating a Jessica. And then, the last 2 years of college, I was dating Tom. Excuse me? Oh, yeah, babe. Yeah, I was a little confused in college. So I was dating this dude, Tom. But, when I graduated, I realized that, he ain't gay. I ain't gay. And I asked that sister, how would you feel about that? Trey, what up? And all of a sudden, oh, well, that just don't happen. Look, young lady, the things that I see happening in real life that y'all be talking about online and, y'all, I bet y'all didn't know that Jerry Springer shit was real. All of it. Listen, man, it is real. All of it is real, like aliens. Shit is real. All of it is real. The way y'all be motor mouthing online, what y'all did, and no, it's real. It's real. Y'all YNs talk way too much for my liking, not for nothing. I'm like, yo, I swear to God, the world didn't need to know this. You're crazy. All of it's real. And my point of bringing that up was, does your past matter? And when I put it like that, all of a sudden, Shorty was like, well, I guess your past does matter. Of course it does. Leave the gay ish out of it. What happens if you dating this dude and, okay, yeah, he makes about $80,000 to $90,000 a year, but damn, he has this big house and he has 3 cars and they're fully paid for, and his net worth, he has $5 million in the bank. What happened? Did he get an inheritance? What happened? And then you find out all of that work was from 6 long, hard years of moving big drugs. He just never got caught. There's dudes out here that don't get caught. They're not flashy, but if you so happen to look at their bank account, they got a net worth of 10 million. They say, well, you live in this neighborhood, and you know, he's like, shh, I was moving weight. And there was 30 of us. And 27 got caught. It's me and 3 other dudes, and we just out here. You feel me? They're not loud about it. And I asked Shorty, does his past not matter? Because at any point, he may think it's sweet, but to have millions in your bank account, you stepped on some people. You stepped on some people. So at any given point, you thinking shit is sweet, you with him, and you 3 years in a relationship, next thing you know, a bullet come flying through the house. He can't go to certain parts of the country because he's known. Does his past not matter? So when I'm talking about the past mattering, everyone thinks of the worst case scenario. Oh, why are you mad? Because I'm 22 and I slept with 300 people. Normal sex for you is getting a train ran on you? No, thank you. I'm good. I'm okay. Your past matters. What was this young lady's past? And Tank started dealing with her? I don't know. But he chose her because he doesn't know any better. Just like Floyd. Name one relationship that he had that lasted. Is he married now? No. He chose Miss Jackson. She was pregnant with twins. She aborted them. He found that out right before he fought Marcos Maidana the first time, which is why he looked so bad in that fight. Feel me? That's what I'm saying. Bad choices, y'all. This is Tank. Bad choices. Now, am I talking bad about him? No. Am I lying on? I always ask this. Do I have to lie on this kid? I don't have to. I wish he'd stay out of trouble. Now he might be going to jail. And now, once again, we're back to the conversation. I heard he's coming back in October. I don't know what's going on. First, he's retiring. Now, let me park there for a minute. Let's just say this. I heard he was retiring, and I'm like, well, did he? The first thing I said is, that's what he said. And then everyone says, nah, the Crypt Keeper said that. Who do I call the Crypt Keeper here? Delano, pay attention. Who do I call? You see, I said, hashtag boxing. Hashtag the Crypt Keeper. Who do I call the Crypt Keeper here? Exactly, Jose. Who's the Crypt Keeper? Who do I call the Crypt Keeper? Hashtag boxing. Who's the source that I found out said that, according to my sources, Tank Davis is retiring. Hashtag boxing. That racist POS. Y'all taking too long. Rick Glasser. Rick Glasser. I said, whoa, he said that? Well, I definitely don't know if it's true or not. I definitely don't know. So we got two things going on here. Yeah, Dick Glasser. We got two things going on here. Rick says, according to his sources, this is what he's hearing. Rick also said that Devin Haney only sold, 60,000 pay-per-view buys. And that was an absolute lie. That was an absolute lie. One more time. That was an absolute lie. He's lied several times. He's also a felon, okay? He's done jail time. He's done jail time for lying. You know, rolling back the speedometer and the miles on cars and shit. Look it up. Google him. Google him. Google Rick Glasser. His mugshot is available and everything. So that's what I'm saying. You know, that's your source for Tank retirement? I'm saying I don't believe it. There. I don't believe it. Now, on the other hand, let's just do this. On the other hand, it wouldn't surprise me because Tank is a liar.
You say before you retire you want to fight Devin and Shakur. Is that still the plan?
I never said that. When I said that? I never said that. But I would for sure. But I never said before I retire I want to fight them too. I never said that.
You said
new deal, 7-fight deal, which is music to the ears of many boxing fans. Get to see you in action for several more years. What type of names are we talking about in those 7 names?
Whoever you name, they could be in it.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
Devin Haney.
Yeah.
just let him talk. Just let him talk. So Tank is a liar too. You see what happens? You see what happens? Tank is a liar too. Rick Glass is a liar. Tank is a liar. So this is our dilemma. Who do we believe? Now, if you're a Tank fan, you're just gonna roll with Rick Glass is a liar and Tank can do whatever he wants to do. All right, cool. But here's where I'm at with this. Still, whether it's a trick and he's really been in camp the whole time and trying to get Lamont Roach to overtrain, to me that's irrelevant. Lamont Roach has said he's moved on, and justifiably so, because Tank is playing games. He hasn't signed a contract. He don't want to fight Lamont Roach in the rematch because Lamont Roach is going to kick his ass, might knock him out. Yes, let me say it again. Lamont Roach will kick his ass. He might knock Tank out this time. You don't like what I got to say? You're entitled to that. Guess what I'm going to say? You ready? Ready? You don't like it? Prove me wrong by fighting him. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. DEW. Cameron Fields, salute, Queen. Audacity Podcast. Are you see? Yep. Now I tell you, I don't blame Lamont for moving on to it. Look, that draw might as well be a win. Because you know why? Tank's not fighting him. Now here's what I heard. Right? I heard that the dude's trying to fight like in October. Remember when I asked, are y'all cool with him fighting anytime before November? And that was when I found out, well, everyone found out that Tank ain't even been in camp. I'm like, excuse me? And then this shit came up with his baby mama. And I'm like, oh no. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know when he's going to trial for this. And I understand that he might be sitting in front of the judge that told him, Jim, what up, Jim? That told him, hey man, don't be in my courtroom ever again. I heard he might be going to sit in front of her. Now, come on, man. She already told him, I don't want to see you back here. Now he's going back there. So his team was like, yo, listen, he might be going to sit down for a minute. So now to rush him into the ring before sentencing possibly is a death sentence, man. And in that aspect, you got to wonder, are these people around him just trying to get a bag real quick? Okay, Delano, you want to do that? All right, let's do that. Let's do that for a minute. I'll get back to what I'm talking about. He says, Drew, that's funny. When has Roach knocked someone out? Check his resume. He has knockouts. And I'm going to say this, Delano. I picked Tank to knock Roach out in about 5 or 6 rounds. And by round 6, I figured something out. Roach rehydrated properly, and he was the bigger man. And he was punching on Tank, and Tank couldn't do nothing with him. And he was standing in front of Tank, and Tank couldn't do nothing with him. Don't take my word for it, Delano, because I heard Tank might be coming back in October, and he's not fighting Roach. Why is he not fighting Roach, Delano? Why is he not fighting Roach, bro? Why is he not fighting Roach? And let me just put that up. Thank you, Coach Hudson. What is a man that does not keep his word? That would be a liar for 500. Daily double. Those of you that watch Jeopardy. That's a daily double. What is a man that does not keep his word? That would be a liar for 500. Daily double. Tank is a liar. So now he's getting back in the ring. And here's the thing. If he comes back in October, who's he fighting? Pac-Man. Now watch this. I want y'all to watch this. You cool with a Pac-Man fight, Delano? Watch this, y'all. And this is why I can't deal with Tank Davis fanatics. This is why. This is why. You cool with him coming back to fight Manny Pacquiao? Watch this, y'all. Watch this. This is amazing. This is why I cannot deal with Tank Davis fans, because I already know what I'm dealing with. You cool with the Pac-Man fight? Go ahead and tell me. Go ahead and tell me, Delano, please. You see, I don't even need to get hype about this, because this is typical, bro. This is typical. Pen Dog, salute. Delano, you cool? Come on, just tell me yes or no, bro. Just tell me yes or no. You cool with Manny Pacquiao? You cool with that fight? Because I heard that. Oh my God. Yes or no, brother? Come on, man. I'm all right, let me move along. Man. This you already know where this is going. Oh Lord, man. Anyway. So you cool? He said he might need a tune-up. I just said yes, so they might need a tune-up. So Tank Davis needs a tune-up. Tank Davis needs a tune-up. So he says yes, he's cool with it. You'd rather see Manny Pacquiao, who's 105 years old, right? In boxing years, he's 105 years old, right? Then you'd rather, yo, Steve, you see this? A tune-up, right? I swear, oh my God. So you cool with Manny Pacquiao, but you don't want him to get that lick back with Lamont Roach, because everybody says Lamont Roach beat him. Okay, everyone said Antonio Tarver beat Roy Jones in the first fight. I'm one of the few people that says, no, No, Roy won that. Antonio won the drama of the fight. I went back and watched that fight several times, and I said, we ain't seen Roy tired and on the ropes like that. When Roy kept that fight in the middle of the ring, he was turning Antonio. The only way to settle it was to what? Do it again. Next time he did it, Roy, look, Antonio left no question that he was better than him. He slept him in the second round. Yes, Steve-O, look, I scored that fight. I said Roy won it. We just ain't seen Roy look like that ever. But Roy won it. Roy won it. The second fight, Roy won the first round. And I said, if we get another 6 rounds of this, he might knock him out. Second round, Paul was like, watch this. Bing, fight over. I was like, ooh. Oh. Well, there goes that. Third fight, he just has Roy's number. That's just it. Now, why on earth would a Tank fan not want him to run it back with a guy that he gave him a draw, and the world says, you know what, a draw might as well be a win. You know why? Especially if he don't run it back. Now now watch this, Delano. Tank is scared of Lamont Roach. You can't argue with me that. You can't. You can't argue. You know why? Because he's not talking about fighting him now. He's not running it back with him. He's talking about going in another direction. What does him fighting Manny Pacquiao? Well, let's say this. What does Tank beating Manny Pacquiao do? You know what it does, Delano? It makes Tank a liar. Oh, Drew, what are you talking about? Didn't Coach Kenny say that? No, it was Coach Cal. Told Marco, in reference to Devin Haney, he said at what weight? And that was at 140. So now Tank can go to 147 and fight Manny Pacquiao? Is that what you're telling me, Delano? Delano, what do you mean it benefits Roach, brother? This is making Tank look like a punani. Coach, you see this? This is why I don't take Tank fans seriously, because Mark, what up, Mark? I don't take them seriously because they don't know shit about boxing. They're in the business of protecting this kid. And you see him moving the goalposts. Now you talking about Canelo and Law. No, bro. No. Look, man, Canelo ain't running back with Bivol because he know he get his ass kicked. There, I answered that. Canelo ain't running back with Lara because he knew he'd get his ass kicked. There, I said it. Now, back to Tank. Why is he not running it back with the dude that gave him his first draw, who was in his chest and no knockout and was walking him down? It's obvious he has to run it back with him, but with fans like you, Tone, what up? Fans like you hold him to no standard. He can do whatever you want. Now you talking about, I heard them talking about Manny Pacquiao. Here's why I don't like it. First of all, Manny's old, and if you look, watch Manny Pacquiao in 2008, in 2010, and then watch the fight that he fought with Barrios. It's visible. He can still fight. But no, what if all he need to do, yo, man, imagine if Barrios was backing him up. All that shit he did to Barrios, he's not doing that to anybody else. Tank will steamroll Manny Pacquiao. But wait a minute. At what weight, though? Whoa! Exactly. At what weight, though? At what weight? 147? Isn't Tank a 135-pounder? Matter of fact, you leave it up to Leonard Ellaby, he says Tank is really 126-pounder. No, not when you're missing weight on the scales. Stop, man, stop. This is why I can't with Pacquiao fans. Tank fans, I can't. Y'all guys are living, walking contradictions. You cool with Pacquiao. First of all, in what universe do you not want that lick back? Wait a minute. Why are you even considering Manny Pacquiao when Shakur's right there for title unification? What are you doing? If you're gonna move up to 47, your contemporary named Devin Haney's right there. How about say, hey man, fuck that. I want the winner of Devin and Brian Norman. Pacquiao's a welterweight, man. Pacquiao's a welterweight. How was Tank? Oh my God, man. Yo. Ladies and gentlemen, the Tank family. What are you saying to me now, Drew? What is it we at? Okay, I'm reading how it's written, brother. Reading how it's written. What is it we at about him not fighting because of his legal battles and he is not focused for Roach? We agree he should sit out. No, he is scared of Roach. You tell bro. I'm reading how it's written. Okay. I understand you properly. I said if Tank's not focused, he need to go sit his ass down. Which is why I asked a while ago, are y'all cool with him coming back before November? Exactly, Steve. Okay? Como? Y'all remember when I let that Tank fan on here? And I asked him, are you cool with him coming back before November? And he said, well, when he went to prison, he came out and he scored a knockout in his last fight. I said, so you're cool with it? He said, I'm not saying that. I said, so what are you saying? Y'all remember that? He didn't know what he was saying. Here's what I'm saying. His team says he might be going to sit down for a minute. And I said what he needs to do is pack boxing up for the rest of the year. Work on that court case, figure out what's going on, right? And based off of what that outcome is, you now work your career out around what's happening with you. Why, Elliot, salute. Why is that? Is that so hard? Is that hating? No. We don't know what this kid's going to have to deal with. Sit down, work that out, take a deep breath, step away from the game, pray to Allah, or if you're really a Muslim, get some leadership in your life, go talk to an imam or a pastor, do something. Get right. Pack boxing up. Because this was unforeseen. This court case was unforeseen. Maybe he was playing games with the Lamont Roach thing. Oh, I'm not going to sign a contract, and I'm going to have my team tell people I'm not in camp. But, yeah, I'm really training my ass off. That could have been the case, but now he wants to throw hands with his girl, allegedly. Allegedly. See, what up? You see what I'm saying? So now he got this court thing lingering over his head. This was the monkey wrench. It's his own monkey wrench. He did this. So now what we doing? What we doing now? Delano says, is Roach better than Pac-Man? Yes. You know why? Because you don't think Pac-Man could beat Tank Davis, and I don't either. In my eyes, Lamont Roach beat Tank. There's your answer. You don't think Manny Pacquiao's better than Tank, which is why you want Tank in the ring with Manny Pacquiao. Plus, the people around him, that's a mega fight. That still makes money. The old Filipino warrior, the Hall of Famer. One last shot against the young dog and Tank Davis. And I'm going to tell you something else, Delano. Y'all don't know what harassment is until you're harassed by a Pac-Tard. And I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm sitting that one out. Y'all deal with that shit. I dealt with it years ago. I'm not dealing with it literally about 10, 11 years ago. I literally dealt with that. I'm not doing it again. Y'all don't need my help. I'm going to let the Tank fans deal with the Pac-Tards. Y'all do it. You do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Fuck out of here. Nope. Been there, done that. Literally. Been there, done that. I'm not doing it. Nope. Y'all deal with it. I'm good. Is Roach better? Yes, he is. Lamont Roach beats Manny Pacquiao, man. End of. Yeah, right. So you're making my point, Delano. You see, I like Delano talking so y'all can see that. These are Tank fans. This is what we're dealing with. I didn't think Roach could beat Tank. I thought he'd be sleeping by round 5 or 6. And Roach shut me up. Now, why can't Tank shut me up? This is boxing? Why can't Tank shut me up? Why? Please, tell me why. Why can't Tank say, you know what, Drew? Let me get in the ring with Tank. I'm gonna get in the ring with Lamont. And watch this. Bing, bing, bing. Fight over. 3 rounds. You know what I'd say? Good. You got that get back. What you gonna do next now? Young Abel, salute. Yes, sir. Next week. Oh, Audacity Podcast. You know, the Pacquiao fans, those hard, bro. I'm telling you. If that Manny Pacquiao, G. McCall, salute. If that Manny Pacquiao Tank thing becomes a real thing, yeah, all right, Tank fans. Those Tank channels, yeah, all right. Go there purely for the entertainment. Think of every negative thing that a racist Filipino could say to you about being black. Watch. Bro, y'all were not here for the Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao thing. And this dude's a damn near student of Floyd. Oh my God, it's over with. It's over with. And watch this. If the fight happens, if this kid fuck around and lose before he go to jail, listen to what I'm saying now, because I already think mentally he's gone. Mentally he's gone. Now he got to worry about going to jail and all this other weird shit. You fuck around and lose to Manny Pacquiao, y'all deal with it, bro. Because I'm gonna be sitting here laughing like, yo, I don't believe this, bro. I don't believe this. y'all deal with it, bro. What he says, maybe Tank getting 2 for the price of 1. Get Pac-Man and Roach, while Tito still get away with fighting paddles. Who's Tito? Who's Tito? You talking about Shakur? You talking about Shakur and Josh Padley? Okay, I see what you did there. I got to dissect what you're saying, brother. Okay, well, look, Shakur said his name. Ain't nobody running from Tank. A bunch of people said Tank's name. But no one calls out Tank for a fight. Tank picks and chooses. And he chose Lamont Roach. And how'd that work out for him? Now, he could choose Manny Pacquiao for the bag. He could. Better win, though. Because imagine he loses. He fights Manny Pacquiao in October or November, loses, and then get sentenced to jail for 2 years. That's going to be the funniest goddamn thing. Because you know why? I'm sitting here saying, yo, bro, don't do it. Don't do it. Ainge, if Manny beats, oh my God, bro, that'll be the worst thing, bro. Hell no. Hell no. I'll be pulling up on channels I normally don't pull up on just to watch. I would love to hear the excuse for that. Peter the Great, what up? I'd be like, yo, bro, you know what, man? All right. I want to see how y'all douse these flames. Imagine him losing Manny Pacquiao and then getting locked up for 2 years or so. Oh, my God. I'm like, yo, what? Oh, my God. They'll be coming over to our chats. Why y'all acting like Devin beat him? Manny beat him. Devin ain't beat him. But like, yo, please, don't come over here with that bullshit because Devin wouldn't have lost. Coach says, it's amazing the grace you all want people to have for Tank now because of the legal battles, but y'all wanted Devin to just dismiss taking Ryan to court and getting right back into the ring. Hypocrisy, exactly. I thought suing was a cowardly thing. I listened to Blue Blood yesterday, and if any of that is real, yo, bro, man. First of all, I don't think it's real. Let me say this. Here's my 2 cents. Because the thing came from Blue. The thing came from Blue when they were talking about Fanon allegedly is being sued by Bud for defamation. And then some people jumped in Blue's inbox, was like, yo, I can't wait for Tank to sue you. Never mind that. I thought, suing. You see how I say sometimes you ain't got to lift a finger? I thought suing was a cowardly way out. That wasn't the thing you do in suing. I thought you didn't sue in boxing. I thought you didn't sue in boxing. Whatever. But let me say this. Y'all better be real careful about who y'all follow. Eric Jordan, salute. Y'all better be real careful who y'all follow on. Yeah. I'm just saying. First of all, that thing with Bud and Fanon allegedly, because I don't know nothing about that. I just heard about it yesterday. I don't know nothing about that. I don't even know if that's real. People get on here and they say a lot of things. And all I'm saying is check the fruit on the tree. I'll just leave that there. If y'all been around here a long time, y'all been following me. Some of y'all still follow Fanon, that's great, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Check the fruit on the tree. Y'all don't even know if that's real or not. I don't know. But it's funny how Fanon says one thing, and all of a sudden, people jump in Blue's inbox and they want Tank to start suing Blue for what? When did he ever lie on him? When did he ever lie on him? But never mind that. I thought suing was a soft thing to do in boxing. That's what I thought. I mean, whatever. Man. Delano, I don't care what you're saying about Roach not responding to Gary Russell. I know you hate Roach because he beat your man's ass, but you will always have to defend why Tank is not rematching Roach. You understand that? You understand that, right? Roach shouldn't even been in a ring with Tank. He's at 130, and he pulled him up from 130. So we said, here he go fighting a smaller guy again. And what did y'all say? The Tank fans say? That's his friend. He's looking out for his boy. Well, not according to Boxing Ego. Boxing Ego wrote a 4-page love letter saying that Tank is not trying to be friends with anyone in or around his weight class. That means from 126 to 147. So is he his friend or not? Then y'all say, why, as Roach is beating his ass, this ain't no Tank is taking it easy on him. Because that's his man. I'm like, whoa. Wait a minute. I thought Tank don't do things like that. What are we talking about here? It's like the rules change once the bell rings and y'all start seeing shit. The rules change. Y'all make shit up as y'all go along. Y'all always do this. What do I always say? Time reveals all truth, and a lie is nothing but the long way to the truth. Sometimes you don't have to say anything. You just watch. I thought this was the best guy at 35, all the way from 35 to 47, whatever. Some people say that. And all I said was, well, the resume doesn't reflect that. He could have fought this guy, this guy, and this guy. He's not doing it. There's people calling him out right now. I mean, damn, he can't even punch Teofimo Lopez in the face for me. He can't even do that. He can't even do that. He says, Coach Hudson, where is the cry for Tito and Roach? Why are y'all protecting the kid? Who ain't no one protecting anybody? I want all these guys to fight, Delano. What are you not getting? What are you not getting? What do you want Tank to do? Watch this, bro. Watch this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Jackie, Blue Blood did not lie about him retiring. What do you here come Jackie, another Tank fan? He did not lie about him retiring. Your man said he wanted to retire at the end of 2025. He said, me and Al are leaving the sport by 2025. Did he not say that? Yes or no? He said that. He said he was leaving after this year. He said that. He said, oh, I want to get therapy. I don't want to fight no more. He said that. He put a date on it, Jackie. He put a date on it. We're quoting him. He said that. He said my next fight, the opponent was in my locker room. I was like, wait a minute, Shakur's there at the fight. Shakur's there. He said, no, it was Jake Paul. I said, shit, he was going to retire with Jake Paul. I said, you know what? That's an easy $100 million for him. You know what, Tank is everything that I said he was. A fucking coward. An overhyped coward. That's what Tank is. So you know what? If that's what you're going to do, fight Jake Paul, get your $100 million, get out the sport, raise your kids, get your therapy, ride off into the sunset, and take your fans with you. Did I not say that? Take your fans with you. Get out of boxing. Leave. If you're not going to do right by the sport, get out. I'm cool. That's what I said. That's what I said. Oh my God. All right, Jackie, let's do this.
That's why I don't want to box no more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it will lose the fire that I have inside me. I want everything out of me where so I don't never think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry, you know what I mean? Because I have 2 girls, 2 daughters. I'm wanting to be much softer, you know what I mean? Be more humble and things like that.
You trust that kid throwing a punch in the ring? Okay, cool. I know you like him. I know you want to watch him for whatever your reasons is. Jackie, you like the way he dressed. You like the tattoos. You're a kid. I get it. But as a grown man, I wouldn't trust him to wave a flag at this point. He's mentally gone. And the people around him, they just want to make money off of him. They're sending this kid to his death. They're sending this kid to his death. And that Lamont Roach fight was a sign, and y'all just don't see it. The fact that he don't even want to fight Lamont Roach again. What happened to, oh, he wants to break bread with his brother. Okay, fine. So now he got friends all of a sudden. Cool. So why don't he want to break bread with his brother right now with a rematch? That'll do bigger numbers. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? So Jackie, no one lied about him retiring. He said he was retiring at the end of 2025. We're now in August. There are 4 months left to the year. He said he was retiring in 2025. He said that. So when did Blue lie? I'm teaching you something, Jackie, young man. I'm teaching you something. This is a teachable moment. You hear things. But you see, Stormy says this all the time. Love the sport, not the fighter. You can appreciate and like what a fighter does, but the moment they step outside the guidelines of the sport, you gotta check them. Because if you give these guys any daylight to feel that they're gonna do whatever the hell they want to do, they're gonna do it. Jackie, you just pulled up. I already told you what his team is saying. You just got here. His team says that he's fighting in October. I just got a phone call yesterday. They're talking about October or November. I'm like, okay, who? And it's not Lamont Roach. So who the fuck is he fighting? Now they're talking about Manny Pacquiao. There's danger in that too. Especially if there's no VADA testing. Uh-oh. 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 If there's no VADA testing and he's fighting Tank Davis. Y'all remember what happened to Keith Thurman? I heard there was no testing. Y'all could correct me if I'm wrong. I heard there was no testing going into that fight. And I'm watching that fight like this looked like Manny Pacquiao from 2007. he knocked Keith on his ass. And I'm like, what? When he did the Ollie shuffle, I said, oh shit, this is over. No drug testing? I said, oh man, he's done. No, Tank team did not call me. But you know who called me? Somebody that has a fighter that's supposed to be on the undercard. So when that person got a call, that person called me and said, yo, I'm so sick of this dude. I said, what's going on? And they brought me up to speed. This was just yesterday. So now I'm telling you, Jackie, you're welcome. Yeah, you can say thank you. You can say thank you. You can say you appreciate me. What's that movie with The Rock was singing? You're welcome. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. You're welcome, Jackie. You're welcome. Yeah. Small world, right? I was minding my own business. Moana, thank you. Oshaki Foster supposed to be on the undercard. Cool Boy Steph supposed to be on that undercard. In a litness of other people. And now they don't know what's going on. October, November, is there no fighters going to jail? Everybody wants to make money fighting on the Tank undercard. And the card was looking like it was going to be stacked. Now he might be going to jail. And who's he fighting? Lamont Roach? No, Roach said he moved on. So, okay, the sucker don't want to fight Lamont Roach. All right, fine. So who's he fighting? Potentially Manny Pacquiao? What? Joe, what up, Joe? Salute. There ain't nobody out here lying on Tank. We're asking what the fuck is going on. Jackie, you don't know. Delano, you don't know. I'm telling you what someone called me on the phone and told me yesterday because they got a fighter that's supposed to be on the undercard. And they don't know. They're like, wait a minute, do we get in the camp or what we doing? Because you don't, and Coach Hudson is in the building. You don't overtrain. There's a system, there's a science to this thing. Give me a date so we know how to meal prep and the right amount of cardio, the right amount of sparring, the right amount of diet. We can make weight. It's a whole system. But the person told me, you know, listen, man, if anyone from Tank's team calls us to fight on the undercard, I'm telling them not to do it. True Boxing Night, salute. I'm telling them not to do it because we never know what Tank is going to do. Whether he's going to move the date or whether he's going to jail. This is not the reputation you want at this level. Right now, Keyshawn Davis, Jackie, your favorite fighter, he just said that he got shelved. I'll talk about that probably Monday. He just said he got shelved. Top Rank has not called him. Duh. They don't want to put a financial, it's a risk with you financially. Because they don't know what you're going to do outside of the ring. They don't know if you're going to make weight. They don't know if you're going to start a fight. So they sat his ass down. He's online talking about, yeah, you know, I bought my house, but I don't know. I'm like, oh shit. Right now, he has more outgo than income. And he has himself to thank for that. This is what I'm talking about. These YNs making bad decisions. And I get on here and I say, look, man, the brother should have did this, brother should have. Oh, you just a hater. You're just a hater, Drew. Oh my God, why you hating on? Okay. Yeah, I hate Keyshawn Davis too, right? All right, cool. Don't put that coat on me. I already told y'all. But y'all gonna put that coat on me? Okay, I'll wear it. Because you know what I'll never have to do? I'll never have to lie. Keyshawn Davis said, Top Rank hasn't called him. I'm on the shelf. Now, why is that? What did he do wrong? Rest my case. Tank Davis, we don't know if he's going to jail. We don't know if he's fighting October, November. We don't know. We know he's not fighting Lamont Roach. And y'all cool with Manny Pacquiao? Why? Jackie, define slander. Nobody help him. Jackie, go to Google and cut and paste the definition of slander and put it on your next comment, please. I'm going to show you something, young man. You see what he said, right? Slander. I want you to get the Google definition of slander and put it in your next comment. And I'm going to show you something. This is ridiculous, bro. I swear to God. Y'all gonna learn to use proper words in a sentence. Y'all gonna learn. I need you to cut and paste the definition of slander in your next comment, please. I'm gonna show you something. The action or crime of making a false spoken statement damaging a person's reputation. Let me put that up there. Now, when has Blue ever lied on Tank Davis? When have I ever lied on Tank Davis? When has BFTB ever lied on Tank Davis? When is Stormy? When is anybody, any of us? When have we ever lied on Tank Davis? Go. David Scott, salute. When has 78 ever lied? When have you ever got on here, Jackie, and heard me lie on Tank? I've given my opinion, but my opinion is to come off the facts. For example, today, I'm not lying on this kid. Read the title of the live. Tank retirement? ? Is he retiring? Also said, Rick Glasser, aka the Crypt Keeper, #boxing. Whenever you hear me say it like that, I'm talking about him. #boxing. That cracker is a liar. He's a liar. And I found out that he's the one that said, well, according to my sources, Tank Davis is retiring. #boxing. You fucking lying ass cracker. I don't believe a word you say. But then when you think about it, Tank did say he was retiring at the end of the year. So when you have two people lying, who do you believe? Because Tank is a liar. Rick Glass is a liar. He did prison time for lying. And Tank Davis is a liar. So who do I believe? Is he fighting in? Well, okay, check this out. He was supposed to fight in August, a rematch with Lamont Roach. Jackie, did that happen? No. August 16th, then August 30th. Then I heard something about September 30th. Now I'm here in October. In between that, sprinkle in a little bit of court cases, and he might go to prison. So, Jackie, who are we supposed to believe? If you're a fan, if you're Delano, you just want to see Tank in the ring. Where do you purchase the ticket? Remember when Delano got on here and said Tank is fighting in August and it's on the website? Remember he sent me to the website. I said, okay, there it is. Remember that? And I said, I'll believe it when the tickets go on sale. Remember that, Delano? Remember you sent me to the site, the Vegas site at the T-Mobile or whatever it was? And I said, okay, yeah, there it is. But you know what? I don't believe shit until the tickets are being sold. And here we are in August 2nd. And we're talking about Manny Pacquiao and possibly him going to prison. So what happened? You know what happened? Tank happened. So I'm going to ask Jackie and I'm going to ask Delano. Where's the slander? Because what I see from Tank Davis is disrespect to the sport of boxing and disrespect to the fans, even the ones that support him. He don't even respect y'all. In fact, he said, when y'all see me in the street, don't say shit to me. He said that. He said that. And y'all still support him. That's fine. That's your business. That's your business. But when did we slander this guy? Ever? Jackie says, I'm just waiting until Tank in the PBC says something. I don't trust anyone else, especially Lamont Roach. Well, let's highlight that. Let me address that. Tank just told you that he was fighting August 16th. Then he said he was fighting August 30th. Then we heard that he was fighting September 30th. The whole time, Lamont Roach, all he said was, I signed my contract. This dude didn't. Jackie, did Lamont Roach lie? Or did Tank lie to you? Go ahead. Tell me who lied. Because it seems to me that Lamont Roach has done nothing but tell the truth. I'm watching this thing unfold. Black Undertaker salute. Y'all please read Delano. Oh boy. He said it's amazing how these Tank haters, Drew, and Coach Hudson doesn't recognize, period, what Tank had done. Got rid of Martin, booty toucher Ryan, Garcia. What are you talking about, dude? Listen, man, stay on topic, man. Stop trying to make this dude into some do-gooder. Stop. Because Delano, I rooted for Tank when he fought Ryan. What are you talking about? This is why I can't talk. Listen, I got to talk to Tank fans like they're 10. I got to talk to them like they're 10. Now, look. After he put Garcia, read what he says. And the hottest man in boxing now, Rolly. Hottest man. Hottest man. Hottest man. Hottest man.
Tyson Fury being spoken to by Ben Davison. And there's the moment, the pre-fight kiss. I have never, ever seen that before.
I used to suck dick for coke. I seen him.
Oh. Oh boy. Hey, bro. Oh boy. I'll leave that there, man. Hey, man, my God. So Jackie says Lamont lied because why would he be in camp training for any date or a rematch? Tank obviously has signed his part. There's no proof that he didn't. There's no proof because there's no fight, Jackie. There's no proof because there's no fight. Lamont been in camp the whole time because he had like 3 different dates. What are you talking about, brother? Young man, this is the part right here is where you stop. Tank never signed. Lamont was ready. Lamont was still on his victory lap. And he was in camp. He had 3 dates. Tank didn't keep his word. He's not keeping it now. You do understand that, right? He's not keeping it now. But you just dial it back for a minute, Jackie. You said slander. You said Tank slander. Nobody here slandered Tank. I just said what happened. I just said what happened. Do we have a fight? When is Tank fighting next, Jackie? Give me the date. Because Delano, at least he gave me a date where I went to a reputable website and there was a date there. And Tank fucked that up. Did he not? All right, cool. So throw that in the trash. Matter of fact, let's dial it back. Remember he was supposed to fight Lamont Roach the first time? We were supposed to fight him in the first time, Jackie. You remember? No, I ain't going to leave it up to him. I'm just going to give you the answers right now. He was supposed to fight Tank the first time in Houston at the Toyota Center. You remember that? You remember when they called Blue Blood a liar then? Remember when Blue was like, yo, they don't know what I'm talking about. Remember when he put up the video where he called the Toyota Center? And they said, I know what's being said online, but we have nothing for that date. They have nothing for that whole week because when you book a fight, it's really not for that weekend. It's really for the whole week. They got to do weigh-ins and press conferences. Remember that? So was Blue lying or did Tank lie? Tank's been lying. They did not stop Tank because Tank was being arrested, bro. Lamont Roach announced that he's stopping camp because this dude didn't sign a contract and they have no information. Lamont Roach said he's moving on before he got arrested. Because watch this, Jackie. I got it on good authority that he does shit like this. He wants his opponent to overtrain. Yeah, remember who I talked to. Yeah, you know what? Let me drop this link. Let me drop this link. I want Coach Hudson to pull up. Wait, hold on. Where's my... Give me 1 second, Coach. One second, Coach. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Let me, uh-oh, what the fuck am I doing here? All right, hold on. Go ahead, Coach. Click the link, Coach. Jackie Delano, y'all could come up and have a conversation if you want to. That's another thing I want to thank you, Big F. That's another thing. Who the four kings? Who the four kings? Delano, just click the link, bro. Just click the link, bro. We can talk, bro. All right. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Yeah, Coach.
Salute, brother. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, brother. Yes, sir.
My brother, Drew Titan. So I wanted to call in real quick just to defend myself. I cannot believe that this brother said that I am a Tank hater. I am a lover of the sport of boxing. I am somebody that understands the sacrifices and the bloodshed so that elite black fighters can be in the position that they are in today. But there are people like Delano who our young fighters listen to and have all these yes men around them, where a Keyshawn Davis is now in the predicament that he is in. When you have a position and a responsibility and a chance to put your whole family on, you fall short. And sometimes our youth don't see it because you have yes men like this around them that are basically saying you can do whatever the hell you want to. Now, for those of you who have been listening for a while, if you go back into the archives of boxing media on YouTube, you will find the General 78, the brother Drew Titan, myself, Trill Will. We are all on a panel for a few months ago defending Tank when he got into trouble with the woman the first time. We were defending him when other channels were afraid to even touch the issue. So don't put a jacket on me that doesn't even fit. Now, I seen that Delano also said, who's supposed to be a boxing fan, that none of the four kings got a resume like this. I know good and damn well that he's not talking about Roberto Duran, Tommy Hearns, Marvin Hagler, and Sugar Ray Leonard. He must be talking about some other type of four kings, some kings over in the UK or something. Because if you know boxing, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is why when Tank does leave, please take these fans with you, because they say things that are so idiotic and disrespectful to the sport. They were called the Four Kings because they put on almost a 5 to 7 year straight period of fighting nothing but killers back to back to back. Not only that, if you go back and look, you will see that all of those fights were legendary fights. Tommy Hearns versus Roberto Duran was legendary. Sugar Ray Leonard versus Tommy Hearns. Marvin Hagler versus Sugar Ray Leonard. The list goes on and on. They all fought each other again and again and again, and then they were crowned the kings. Now, the reason why many of you are upset and getting mad at us for calling it out is like the great El Haj Malik Shabazz once said, the chickens have come home to roost, and you all cannot defend what you all have been saying of the past few years. You all said that he's the face of boxing, not us. You all said that Devin Haney is a coward and this and that, and that's your man and he's the best. Okay, but now you want all of us to have that same grace for Tank. You all didn't get that grace for anybody else. When we tried to get in front of mainstream media going on a lynching tour of the Haneys, it was always a Tank Davis fan that would come, not a lover of the sport of boxing. It was always a Tank Davis fan that made it hard to even defend the brother, because there was always a racist white supremacist in the sport of boxing who could take one of your sound bites, one of the sound bites of someone who should be on code that's not on code, saying, well, nah, Devin ain't that good, Devin ain't that, but now you all want us to have that same grace for him. No, the chickens have come home to roost. You all cannot defend, and the man that you all have been saying is the face of boxing, you're saying that he's not the face of boxing. Look how disrespectful, man. Look, to sit here and try to compare Tank's career to the Four Kings is so disrespectful. And the reason why you all are upset is because you all tried to crown these guys before they even fought, and that's on you. You all tried to crown Tank before he proved himself. You all were calling T.O. and Tank and Shakur Devin kings before they even had a chance, and Loma kings before they had a chance to fight each other. So don't you dare put a jacket on me calling me a hater of any fighter, because I hold them all to the same standard. And the standard should be you do the best that you can with the God-given talents that you have. But we have this sickness in our community right now where there are young people who feel entitled. There are young people who feel they can get in trouble, get a slap on the wrist, and it's going to be that way again and again. Do you know how dangerous this is? We have people looking up to Tank thinking that they will have that same grace if they get in trouble with the law. This is a dangerous propaganda tour that these Tank diehards are on. Get over yourself. He is not the sport. So don't you dare put that jacket on me, and watch your mouth when you talk about me. I land my plane, brother.
Now, Delano, you can come in and justify your point. Now, I'm reading what you're saying in the chat, man. I mean, Will, you're talking about Four Kings, man. There's no comparison. And the reason why we ride with Devin so tough over here is because he was actively pursuing these fights at 135 while draining himself. He's the only person that's been putting out. And I say this about Tank, and I stand on it. Tank allowed a lot of belts being exchanged hand to hand at 135. He was there when Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko fought each other, and there was a unification fight. He was there when Devin became undisputed and then defended it. He was there when Shakur was there. They're there right now. And everybody said his name. Well, except Tio. Why didn't he pursue Tio when Tio had 3 belts? Why didn't he intervene with any of that? He didn't do anything. But I know tattoos, braided hair, and all this other ridiculous stuff, man. I'm not with that. Let me read the super chat real quick. I'll get back to the business. Eric Jordan, salute. He says Miguel got all these Tank Franks wanting Bukaki. I ain't got my soundboard with me, brother. I ain't got my soundboard with me, but I got you, brother. Salute. Jackie says we'll see what happens in November to Devin, and I'm not saying anything else about him until the fight with him and Brian Norman Jr. I don't know why would you bring up Devin. You know, I mentioned him because, you know, there's an attack on the brother. But why you mentioned him, that's a typical move. And this is where the maturity comes in. Jackie, you accused us of slandering Tank.
Come on.
We've never done that. We've questioned everything he's done and asked why he's done it. And while we're saying, okay, well, this was here, he could have did this, he didn't do this. You're saying he can do whatever he wants because he's a face of boxing. I'm like, well, that's not how the Four Kings moved in the 80s.
Come on.
Four Kings, all four. You know why they were called Four Kings, y'all? Because they fought each other. So if you're going to apply king to anybody in this era, I would say, okay, Devin fought Loma, finally. But that's it. Shakur ain't fight Tank. Shakur ain't fight Devin. Shakur ain't fight Loma. Tank ain't fight anybody. So I think Tio fought Loma and beat him. Remember when I said, hey, man, F around, Teofimo got a better resume than Tank at 135. Remember when I said that and people got mad? Yeah. So, Jackie, you bringing up Devin Haney as a defense. I don't know what that statement has to do. Delano, you got to connect your device, brother. This happens with you all the time. I don't know what's going on. Connect your device. You can join the panel. I can't let you on because it won't let me. It says device not connected. I don't know what this is about. Devin Haney's a fighter. He could win, he could lose. But watch this. He's getting in the ring. Tank's not. Tank had a draw, and he won't even rematch the dude. And y'all talking about Manny Pacquiao. I don't get this. Is what I'm saying. I don't understand you guys. I didn't come up like this. Roberto Duran. Okay. I can't think of one fighter that had a draw or a loss in the 80s that didn't run it back immediately. That had all this buzz and didn't run it back. I can't think of one. Man. I can't. Even Duran, after the No Mas fight against Sugar Ray Leonard in that rematch, because matter of fact, a lot of y'all don't know, he whooped Sugar Ray Leonard's ass the first time. And Ray Leonard got right back in there and made him quit. And then people say, nah, Duran's done. He's washed up. He came to New York and fought, what was that brother's name? Because Duran was supposed to lose that fight. I can't think of that brother's name. I can't think of his name. I'll know it when I see it. But he stopped him. At MSG, he stopped him. So Duran had like 2 or 3 goals at his career. He got knocked out viciously by Tommy Hearns, but he didn't stop there. That's what made these guys kings. I don't see these guys. I don't see this guy Tank. Tank can't even fight Lamont Roach. After a draw? What do you do? What? How are y'all putting this kid on a pedestal? I don't get it. We have to do 2 different conversations. It's like looking at, it says you as a black person, looking at an Asian and just assuming he's Chinese. Assuming these 2 dudes is Chinese. One dude be like, no, I'm Japanese and he's Korean. We're nothing alike. To us, no, they're alike. No. We're not alike. Get out of here. I don't know what the Brian Norman, and salute to Brian Norman. I don't know what that's about. But since you brought up Brian Norman, you know he kicked Tank's ass in sparring, right? I'll say it again, Jackie. You know Brian Norman Jr. kicked Tank's ass in sparring. Now, what does Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney have in common? Other than they both have their fathers in their life and they do it right by their sons? They both kicked Tank's ass in sparring. Woo! So, Jackie, please, listen and learn.
Hey, Drew.
Davey Moore. Thank you, Mark. Davey Moore, that's him. Thank you. Hey, Coach.
You know, Drew, one of the worst kinds of men you can be around is one that hops from clique to clique. Yeah. And you guys who I see talking about Brian Norman Jr. now, praising Brian Norman Jr., just a few months ago, not even 2 months ago, you all were the same guys saying that he was ducking boots. You all were the same guys who were disrespecting Brian Norman Sr. on other channels, calling him the next Bill Haney. So miss me with this. Man, I cannot stand you dudes. You all are some of the most disgusting fans in the black fan base. A black American fan base, because you hop to click just off the strength of the person that you hate. You all were not with Brian Norman Jr. 2 months ago when it looked like that Brian Norman Sr. was going to be the next issue, when he went over to Cali and handled his business and did the prison pose, you brothers came on here hating. You all got on those channels who are trying to make $1 for being traitors to their people, but now you all are rooting for Brian Norman Jr. You all move like catty little females. And if the shoe don't fit you, then don't take it to heart what I'm saying. But if it does fit you, at some point as men, we have to take a look in the mirror and say, you know what? You right, man, I'm tripping. You know what? I got to stop doing that. Everybody has a bias, but sometimes you have to check that bias. And in the sport of boxing, if somebody isn't doing what they're supposed to, man, you have to call it for what it is. Some of you guys be hopping on one channel saying one thing, then you hop on the other. Anytime you have heard Coach Hudson, whether I'm on the Brother Drew Titans channel, Champside, or General 78, or anybody else, I'm saying the same thing, even if everybody on the panel disagrees. You guys can't be peer pressured into being something that you're not. I see people that came into the panel. Go ahead, brother.
Delano, mute the background. Mute the background. Mute the background, Delano. Rachel, good morning, Rachel. Rachel in the chat. Rachel Donaire in the chat. Delano, go ahead, brother.
Good morning, guys. How y'all doing?
Good, groovy.
Yeah, what's up, man? Hey, how you doing, man?
All right.
Hey, listen. Yeah, I'm a Tank fan, but I'm a fan of the sport. Now, I'm going to address the Four Kings issue. I didn't call them the Four Kings. The Four Kings they mentioned were Tio, Tank, Devin Haney, and Ryan Garcia. All right? Mm-hmm. Tank took care of business. He got rid of Ryan. All right? Then he went up there, got rid of Rolly.
Wait, hold on. Wait. All right,
got rid of Rolly. Look.
Wait, before you go further, I just have a question.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
What made Ryan a king?
Go ahead.
What made Ryan Garcia a king, brother?
I didn't make him a king. They were calling him a king. The media was calling him. They was calling the Four Kings of those divisions, of that division, the top guys of that division.
What made Ryan Garcia a king in your eyes? Because I know what the media says.
No, he's not. Well, hey, Drew, the money people were saying that. A lot of people were putting him as one of the top guys. Tio, Haney, and
I get Tio,
and
I get Haney,
at that time.
I get Tank. I don't get Ryan Garcia. Do you agree that Ryan Garcia was a king?
No, I don't.
Okay,
but he wasn't. Drew, he wasn't. He wasn't undefeated. He was undefeated at the time.
Did he have a belt?
No, Drew. He was undefeated, and for you, coach, he was undefeated. Nobody had beaten him yet.
Did he have a belt?
All right. He didn't have a belt, but he was undefeated, and he was a money man. All right, he was the possibility of what Norman Jr. is right now. Even though Norman Jr. has a belt, Tank got rid of him before Tio got to him. Before the other ones got to him, Tank got to him. He got to him. He got him. All right, he got rid of him. It's done. Okay, he goes, fights Rolly, gets rid of Rolly, another undefeated fighter. He got rid of him. Mm-hmm. Then he goes and fight. What's this guy's name? Frank Martin, who was a good fight. It was a good fight. He was undefeated. Could possibly be just as good as, to me, has as much skill as Roach. Mm-hmm. Got rid of him. Mm-hmm. All right. So to me, he's doing what he's supposed to, compared to Shakur's, and I love Devin. And I'm not a Devin Haney hater. I'm a Devin Haney fan. All right. But he has a good resume. But Tanks, none of them has gone through at least 2 or 3. They may have gone through one, but none of them has fought each other like Tank has at least tried to make to fight it. And y'all don't recognize that.
Here's my question. Can you see the screen, brother?
Yeah, down and clear, sir. Down and clear.
Okay. Rachel Donaire is asking, how was he the money man when he was never on pay-per-view?
Ryan was the money man.
How?
He was getting paid the most. He was the most seen. He was the most on YouTube. Okay. When they fought, they made a lot of money. The same thing as Tank, it was the money man. Everybody want to fight Tank. Do we agree on that?
I'm going to Abel in a second. But
No. Yo, Drew, do we agree that Tank was the money man at the time? Now maybe Haney is at that time.
Who, Tank?
Yeah, he was the money man at that time.
Well,
in that division.
The A side.
The A side. That's what. Okay, the A side.
Wait, hold on. You do know that after Tank beat Ryan wasn't on pay-per-view that next fight. He fought Oscar Duarte, and they closed off.
Because Tank got rid of him. He got rid of him, man. He did his job. He got him out of there. Get him out of there. He's gone.
No, that's not true.
He's out of here, man. He's out of here, Drew.
True. Delano, that's not true. It's called having a dance partner. Ryan Garcia could not hold a pay-per-view on his own. And that was evidence because after he lost, he fought Oscar Duarte on regular cable. No, I forgot what channel it was on. It was regular, but it wasn't pay-per-view. And my brother Rod Neal was in Houston. He said half the arena is shut off. As a matter of fact, that was a week after Devin Haney fought on pay-per-view, and he beat up on Regis Prograis. So Ron's not a pro boxer. He's a dance.
Okay, all right, Drew, but hear me out. Before that, Tank was filling up those arenas. They was coming to see Tank knock him out, or was they coming to see the possibility of Ryan knocking out Tank? I think they was coming to see Ryan knock out Tank. That's what they was coming to see. But when Tank dusted him off, now his fans went somewhere else. He ain't the real deal. Let's get up off him. That's what really happened.
So did Ryan Garcia do similar? I'm sorry, did Tank Davis do the same Ryan Garcia numbers after he fought Ryan? The answer is no.
Hey, Drew, can I respond to Delano real quick?
Go ahead, Coach.
Now, the things that Delano was saying when he came in was right and exact at first. The issue is we are skipping some events that happened before that. Ryan Garcia, and I apologize, I thought you were talking about the Four Kings from the 80s. But the Four Kings that they were going to say were going to be from the 135 or 130 division had nothing to do with Ryan Garcia at first. At first, it was Teofimo, Shakur, Loma, and Tank. They started interchanging Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia when it looked like that Teo started to lose. When Teo got his ass whooped and they were saying that he was going to be the next great undisputed champion, they started throwing Ryan Garcia in the mix. But the original Four Kings after that was Shakur, Devin, Tank, and Loma. And Tank fought none of those guys. Right. So it's easy later, once they were placed and they pushed Ryan in there, who shouldn't have been there in the first place. You can say, well, Tank fought one of the kings. The original that was supposed to shake up this division and show who was the true top 135 pounder was Devin, Shakur, Tank, and Loma. They didn't put Ryan in until later. So this whole thing that was, Tank was the one doing, no, we're not going to do that. Devin Haney, who became the undisputed champion after facing Kambosos twice and then fighting Loma, who didn't want to fight him in the first place, is the one who put that work in. We can't put that on Tank, brother.
Let me say this before I go to Abel. Let me say this. Jackie in the chat, he says, I heard Devin did terrible on pay-per-view. Well, Jackie, listen very carefully. The same person that said he did terrible on pay-per-view is the same person that put out that Tank is retiring. I'll say it again. The same person that said Devin did terrible on pay-per-view is the same person that said recently that Tank is retiring and he has a good authority he's retiring. And I already called that guy a liar. So do with that information what you want. Young Abel, go ahead, brother.
Hey, what's happening, brothers? How y'all doing this morning?
It's good.
So I have a question in relating to this topic. Why isn't it that Loma was not even considered as a king when he actually had a belt at the time when Tank had one? That's my question. Because we all are saying that, what Ryan was a king, but the thing is, why wasn't Loma in the conversation? That's what I want to know.
I guess after T.O. beat him, he wasn't there. I think they didn't consider him. I don't know. You gotta ask them. You gotta ask the critics.
Well,
That's exactly what happened.
He was there. Listen, all of them is there now, and none of them are fighting each other.
Who's none
all
of them?
Is right. They're right there right now. Shakur can say, "Hey, listen, I can go fight Roach."
Who?
Damn near Gary Russell, and I'm gonna bring.
I think he shot himself. I didn't boot him off. Delano, come back. What the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell? What the hell, Berry?
Yo.
Yeah.
To the panel, man.
Salute.
What's going on, man? So, this is what I'm hearing Delano talking about, man. When he's trying to make a case for these dudes being one of the four kings, is money and pay-per-views and all that nonsense. The
Gary Russell has wasted 5 years of his career there. 5 years of his career there.
Hold on.
5 years of his career there. Ain't none of them, besides Loma, has challenged Gary Russell. None of them. None of them. And the little brother's coming up saying, "Hey, where's the smoke with everybody? Oh, nah, we gonna deal with other guys." It goes with the sport.
What are you talking about?
Hold on,
listen, Gary Russell is right there, right now. All right, his brother is there right now.
Okay.
All these guys that we're talking about, Tank, and this is including Tank. All of them is right there. They can deal with this.
Delano. Before Devin Haney even caught heat in his career, you know Gary Russell was chasing Tank around, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened there?
Yeah, what happened? That's exactly. But what happened with Devin Haney?
Wait, hold on.
Drew.
Wait, hold on. You want me to tell you what happened?
What happened with Devin Haney? Why didn't T.O. call out? Why do you even mention Gary Russell? Why don't they don't mention Gary Russell?
One thing at a time.
Why don't they even mention him?
Well, stop, brother. Because I'm gonna tell you. Asked a question. You said what happened
Delano,
with Gary Russell and Devin Haney?
No. Hold on.
Dude, put him backstage and let you talk.
All right. Go ahead. I'll listen.
You asked me a question. I'm gonna answer you.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Go ahead.
What happened with Devin Haney and Gary Russell? That was during the pandemic. We in the LDBC made that fight.
Come on.
You weren't here. And when the fight was about to be made, Devin and Bill were ready to rock and roll. When I spoke to Batman, who was a regular on my show, their father, before God rest his soul, both of them are not here now. I said, Batman, we got to fight. He says, nah. I said, what happened? He said, Dad don't want to do it. I said, why not? He said, I don't know. Now, everyone in the chat that was around for that, press 1 if you remember that. Team Russell said no. I'm not saying Gary Russell was scared and nothing like that, but the father didn't want to do business with Bill. That's why that fight never happened. It was them. It wasn't Bill. It was them. They just said no.
Okay.
So now before all of that, Gary Russell Jr. was on Tank's bumper. The fight never happened.
Come on.
The fight never happened. So please, brother, you wasn't around the fight. It was.
But Drew,
I was in the middle of that. In the middle of it.
All right, Drew, can I say something, please?
Go ahead,
just
bro.
real quick. All right. But still, Tank was beating Ryan, was beating Rolly, was beating legitimate guys. He was beating legitimate guys. I just want to say one thing, and I'm gonna let you.
Who is Ryan and Rolly?
No. Hold on. I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna leave, but I'm gonna let you talk. Guy was there. Okay.
You keep
now,
attacking strong.
Now Antoine is now his brother is there now. His brother is there making noise.
At what weight,
brother? And he's calling out people, and none of them are mentioning his name. T.O. didn't even mention his name.
At what weight is his brother there, brother? At what weight is he there? 140?
Between 140, 135, they all could fight each other. Just
Where's
like you're
Devin
saying.
fighting at now, brother? Where's Devin fighting?
Devin is going to 147.
Okay.
That's it. We're not talking about Devin. We're not talking about Devin anymore. Devin's move on. All right, but I'm talking about the other guys that you saying Tank won't fight his contemporaries. But the truth is, none of them are fighting each other.
Everybody's fought each other. For the most part, people have fought. Wait, Tank hasn't fought any of his contemporaries.
Who? Rolly has fought Isaac Cruz and fought Ryan. Okay.
Loma?
But I want the top guys.
Why are we talking about Rolly?
I ain't talking about Rolly. I ain't talking about Frank Martin. That's done.
Ryan
Why
Garcia.
is he not fighting? There's a unification fight right there with Shakur. Why is he not fighting him? In your opinion?
Okay. Why is he not fighting who?
Yeah.
Who can you explain that again? Who's he not fighting?
Why is Tank not fighting Shakur for a unification fight? It's very simple.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Okay.
But I believe he blows. Listen, let me ask you a question.
A WBA champion. Who did he beat at that belt?
Hold on, Drew. Why isn't Shakur fighting the other guys?
Because he called out Tank.
No, Drew. Why is he not fighting the other guys?
Who are the other guys, brother?
You got Rolly. You won't even fight Rolly.
Why? Rolly's at 147.
Why are we talking about Rolly, man?
Rolly.
What are we talking about Rolly for?
Rolly's at 147 with 147.
Why are we talking about Rolly?
Roach is there. Tio was there.
Rolly just elevated to a well.
Drew, this is not no clickbaiting. This is facts.
Oh,
come on, man! Y'all can't move. You talk about me moving the goalposts. Y'all move the goalposts yourself.
Dude, you moving the goalposts right now.
This guy's all over the place.
Drew.
You're moving.
Drew.
We're having
You're
two
moving
different
the goalposts.
discussions.
Drew, you're attacking Strawman, bro.
Listen to me, Drew.
Hey, chill, man. Hey, yo.
Drew, they're all there now. They're all there right now.
Who?
And then none of them
all over
are
the
fighting
place.
each other. It's not just
Oh
Tank
my
doing
God.
that. That's all I'm saying.
You're
Bro,
all over the place, bro.
Where does Tank fight right now? What weight?
Sue me.
Yeah, what weight does Tank fight?
135 to 140.
130. No. He's
135 to 140. 135 is normal weight is 135, but really he's at 140.
bro.
It's
Okay,
140.
where's he campaigning at with the WBA title? Where's he campaigning at?
140.
What?
135.
What?
Oh shit.
Yo, man, come on, bro. Get out
Go
of here with
get
this.
your shit
135.
together, brother.
135.
Go get
When
it
was the last
together,
time he
brother.
fought at
135.
140? When was the last time Tank fought at 140? Come on, man, stop this. Stop it. You gotta
135,
stop
man.
Hey,
it. When
Delano,
was the
you know
last
you're
time Tank fought at 140?
135.
Delano, just get out the panel, bro.
right.
You don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Okay.
Get out the panel.
I asked you when the last time Tank fought at 140.
You guys are talking, but y'all still haven't answered the question.
What is the question?
All of them are there, and none of them fighting each other. But see me, y'all
Man,
choosing
come on.
Tank.
Okay, so brother,
Are you-
brother,
That's what
you
I'm
calm,
saying. Y'all
brother?
choosing Tank. What's going
brother,
on now?
All right, stop.
Come on.
Okay, I got questions.
Hey, listen.
I got
I'm gonna let y'all enjoy y'all day, man.
No, don't run. Don't
I'm
run.
gonna let y'all enjoy y'all day, man. Y'all.
No, Delano,
Man,
don't
they
run,
want me
brother.
to decide,
Stay right
so y'all
there.
can talk. So y'all
Please.
got it. Y'all got it.
No, brother,
Y'all
stay
got
right
it.
there. Stay right there, brother. Don't do that.
No. You got it.
No, brother. No, brother. Don't do that. Stay right there so we can deal with this. You ain't got nothing to
Y'all
do.
got it.
Blue Blood Sports TV in the building.
Yo.
Salute, Blue.
Yeah, come on in, Blue.
Blue,
Come on in.
listen
Come
to
on,
this.
let's get some of this.
No.
Let's
Let's talk about this, my brother Delano.
Come on.
Let's
Brother,
talk
okay,
about it.
Let's start over.
Man.
Let's start over.
Don't entertain it.
But let's start over.
Please. Thank you, Drew.
Tank Davis is a WBA champion at 135.
Come on.
Okay. That's right.
Who is his contemporaries at 135?
You got Shakur.
Okay.
You got what's his name? Now it's Frank Martin was there, and you got
Forget about that. He knocked him out already.
Well, yeah, he got.
Frank Martin's
I'm saying,
not at
but he's getting rid of. But you're saying Ryan was there. He got rid of Ryan. Ryan went to 140.
Yeah, great.
Okay.
Goodness.
All right, now,
So those
stop
two
asking
people.
right
No,
now.
hold on a
Who's
second.
at
No,
135 right
Drew.
now?
Now,
Drew,
I
hold
asked
on a
you
second.
who's at
Those were
135.
two people that was his contemporaries that he got rid of.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, shit. Okay,
Two.
wait. Now, listen. Why is he not fighting Shakur for a unification fight?
Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it.
You gotta ask Tank. I can't answer for
Brother,
the
I'm
man.
asking you, brother, because you know these things.
No, but I'm asking you, Drew. I'm telling you, Drew, and I'm telling you, I can't answer for Tank and his. Tank is the
Would you
A side.
not-
But you've
Only
been
one
answering
fight.
That's
Tank.
what he's saying.
Would you not want to see him in a title
Now all of a sudden
unification
you can't
fight?
answer.
What? But my question is, why is it Shakur fighting other guys?
Because you not want to see him in a title unification fight.
What? What? But my question is, why is it Shakur fighting other guys? What? What? But my question is, why is it Shakur fighting other guys? What? What? But my question is, why is it Shakur fighting other guys?
Because Tank won't fight him.
Shakur fight Frank Martin?
Fight him, brother.
No. Hold on. Why won't Shakur fight Frank Martin? Won't all y'all in that chat answer that question right now?
What do you mean?
Frank Martin is right there.
Frank Martin is at 140.
Right.
Thank you.
Listen, man. Frank is at 135. 140
No, he's not.
135. You know they can fight.
No, he's not.
Y'all know that.
No,
Come
he's
on.
not.
Listen,
He's at 140, brother.
If you
He's
want
not. He's in the rankings at 140, bro.
Listen. If
He
these
moves
guys
up
want
to
to fight
140.
each other, they can
Good
go
Lord.
down one weight class to fight. You know
Oh,
that.
my God.
We all know that. We all know that.
Y'all, this is the quintessential Tank fan, y'all. This is the quintessential
Come on,
Tank fan.
man. Come on,
Listen,
man.
You asked
Delano,
him. These aren't even hard
All right,
questions.
y'all got it.
These are not hard questions. Drew asked you why Tank will not fight Shakur, and you're talking about Frank Martin. You're talking about Gaia Avasov. You're talking about all these other dudes. Why will not Tank fight Shakur? Do I have to talk like Yoda for you to understand?
You can't defend it. That's
Come on,
why.
That's Blue. That's Blue talking. Is that Blue?
That's blue right there. That's blue blood right there.
No,
Hey,
bro.
hey, Blue, how you
Blue.
doing, man? I love your page, man. You know, man, I love your page, man.
Brother, that's Freedom's
do
March.
well.
talk.
You do well, but
That's me, bro.
let me answer that question for you, okay? He doesn't want to. Maybe they don't want to fight right now. I don't know. I can't answer that question. But the problem is Shakur got other guys
No, it's
there.
not the
Why y'all
problem.
protecting
It's
Tito?
not a
Why y'all
unification.
protecting Tito?
It's a title
Protecting Tito.
unification.
Y'all
what you're doing,
protecting
bro.
Tito. Y'all talking about Tank. What about
Tito's
Tito?
at
Who else
140.
he
Hold
fought
on,
at
hold on,
135?
Tito's
Hold
at
on.
Besides
140.
Posada.
Delano, did Tank
Come
not
on.
say he was
Oh,
beating
Drew.
at 135?
Would you answer Drew, why
Did he
hasn't
not
Tito
wanna-
fought anybody besides Posada? Huh?
He
You
fought
answer that
Loma.
question. Y'all answer that
goalpost.
question.
Tio fought Loma.
Why you moving the goalpost?
No, it's not no goalpost. You asked it to be about Tank. And I'm asking you about
But you're talking
Tito,
about you're
who's at the
bringing up
same
Tio.
division, ain't fighting nobody.
Goodness.
All right,
No,
watch
they're
this.
not
Posada.
at the same division. Stop saying that to the people listening.
But my man, hold on. But hold on.
Yo, this is
But
wild,
listen,
yo.
but I'm asking you about Shakur. He's in that same. If Tank don't want to fight
Why?
him, there's other guys to fight him. He can fight in that division that you
Delano,
want.
No, you're not even.
Why?
You're
That
not.
you
You
want.
haven't even answered the question. You haven't even
Drew-
answered the question the entire
Drew
time. I've
asked
been
you-
quiet for the last 10 minutes. You have not even answered the question.
Listen, what was the question?
The
was the
question is
question?
why?
You tell
Hold
me
on,
what the
no.
question
I'm
was.
talking. I'm talking.
No,
I'm
I'm asking you,
talking.
what was the question was? What was the
The
question?
question
Go ahead.
is what? No, I'm talking. This is Mahari over here. The
Okay.
question that Drew asked you is why hasn't Tank fought against Shakur Stevenson at 135? Answer the question, sir.
Come on, brother.
Like I told you, you have to ask Tank that question. But my question
No,
to
no,
you
I'm
is,
asking you. I'm asking you directly. I'm asking you the question. You're the Tank fan. Answer the question.
Yeah, your opinion, brother. What's your opinion?
listen, I think Tank could beat him.
That's not the question.
No,
I don't
you
think
didn't
that
answer
wasn't
the
the
question.
question,
I'm
bro.
asking you the question directly, sir.
Yo, man.
Again,
Yo, this
second
is the
time.
wildest-
Second time. I'm gonna ask the question again. Second time. Why hasn't Tank Davis fought against Shakur Stevenson at 135? Answer the question, Delano. Second time.
And what did I answer? You have to ask Tank that question.
Third
I don't
time.
know. I don't know, but I don't.
Third
But I
time.
don't.
Why
but I don't
hasn't
think.
Why hasn't Tank Davis
Why do
fought
you
against
think-
Shakur Stevenson
but-
at 135? Third time, sir.
Okay.
In your opinion.
In my opinion.
Go
Okay.
ahead. Go ahead.
In my opinion, he may not think he's gonna make the money doing it. He
What?
can fight other guys.
the fuck?
That's what it is.
What? But he's the money man. Tank
He's
is
the money man. But
Why does he need?
Yeah, like I said, he could choose who he wants to fight.
Right. So family.
Huh?
Family.
Okay,
What we
all right.
listen, listen.
And that's the reason why he's not
First-
fighting. He don't want to fight him right
What
now.
what
Hold
we
on a second.
have
Hold on, hold-
Delano.
But yo, Drew,
Delano.
hold on. Yes, go ahead. Go
family.
ahead.
What we have here is a failure
You just
to
said-
communicate.
go
What we have here
listen,
is a
listen,
failure
listen.
to communicate. Delano, the reason why we are all getting confused is because when you came in, you started talking about the four kings. And when we started asking why none of these guys have fought Tank, you started talking about Ryan Garcia. And I said, well, Delano, Ryan Garcia was not one of the original four kings. He did not become a king until mainstream media previous guys that they were rooting for, which was Tia and Loma, started getting their asses whooped. So back to the foundation of what started this debate. Since we are having this failure to communicate, I have to ask you, based off of your premise and the foundation that you set, why is Tank Davis, who you all crown the king, has not actually fought like the original 4 kings of the 80s who all fought each other? Not about Shakur, not about T.O., not about Loma, not about Devin. Why is your man that you're rooting for, that you're defending right here on this panel, why has he not fought them? Go ahead, brother.
Okay, let's go. Haney has moved on. 147. Okay, he's moved on.
Facts.
All right. T.O. is having issues, whatever it was. He's winning and losing here and there and there. He's out of there. Rolly was there. Ryan was there. He fought those two. There was easy for them to fight. It was an easy match to make with those two.
Delano,
so I guess they made them. And it was a money fight.
Okay.
Delano.
Okay.
Delano,
So there
I
you
can't let
go.
you get away with that, bro.
There you go. There
I cannot
you
let
go.
you get away with that.
But what's hold on.
Okay,
Coach,
so now
Coach,
my question
hold on,
is.
Coach.
Hold on, let me ask my question.
Hold on. Listen.
No.
I
Let me
answered.
ask my
Can I ask the coach?
I'm
Can I
not gonna
ask the
let-
coach
hold
a
on,
question?
hold on,
Can I
hold
ask
on,
everybody?
bro.
Hold on, Mark. Let him
Let me ask the question.
Let him finish.
Let me just get one in there, man.
Let him finish.
Now you answer my question.
He just gave his answer.
No. I'm just saying. Won't you let me get a question in?
Go ahead,
Let me get one quick question for you guys, okay?
Because
what is Shakur doing for the last 6 years fighting anybody? Why is that?
All
You
right.
give me an answer.
Let me
to that.
answer that. I'll answer your question. But first, answer me this
No,
question.
Blue. It says Blue.
You're
I want
talking
Blue
about
to answer
these
this
guys
question
elite-
too. I want Blue to answer the question.
No. You're talking about these guys.
I want Blue to answer
I've
the
been trying to talk. I've been trying to talk. These guys.
Let Freedom March
were
start.
in the guys that you said left the division were in Tank's division for years, where Tank had an opportunity to fight these guys. Why, when those guys, Devin and T.O., when they were at 135, why didn't he fight them while they were all at 135? I'm not gonna let you get away with, Devin moved on. Devin moved on at the end of 2023. We're not doing that. T.O. moved on at the beginning of 2023. We're talking about when they were all in the same division. Why did they not fight? Why didn't Tank send offers? Why didn't Tank put himself out there to fight these guys as a 4 king, quote unquote?
All right.
And then I'll tell you why Shakur is not doing it.
Okay. Let me answer
that
you
fair?
real quick. Let me put this out there.
Go ahead.
All right. This is not moving the goalpost.
He's about to move it. That's my.
No. Hold it.
Oh my God, bro.
Take your time, brother. Take your
You
time.
already moved it.
Hold on.
Let Delano
Hold it. Now, Blue, I want you to listen to me very clearly on this. I want Blue to listen to this.
Okay.
And you too, Drew. Where was this heat when Lennox Lewis started fighting all these heavyweights when they was way past their prime?
No, sorry, Delano, does not work. It does not apply. It does not work. No, you're not. I'm not gonna let you get away with that. No, Delano, no. You are not gonna apply that because that's a way different time. Nice try.
Lennox Lewis got those belts.
Bullshit.
Tyson was
Bullshit.
out of
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear what happened with Lennox Lewis back in the day because that's irrelevant. That's an irrelevant topic. Nope, you're not gonna get away with that. That's bullshit. Take that shit to the garbage can.
Where was this heat when Jack Johnson?
Delano, take that take and shove it down and send straight to the garbage. We're talking about Tank. We're not talking about Lennox Lewis. Keep it to the topic.
I'm just gonna show you how people choose to fight who. When you're the top dog, Mayweather even said when they kept asking him to fight Cotto. Mayweather said himself.
Okay, I'm glad you mentioned that, Delano.
I'm at the top. Hold on. Drew, Mayweather said himself. I'm at the top, man. Why am I looking back who I want to go fight? Why should I go down and look down and see who I got to fight? They're going to come get me. I'm the top dog.
Listen. I need you to listen. I'm glad you brought up Floyd. Even Floyd, when he had a close fight that he won,
come on,
he was made to run it back.
Come on,
Jose Luis Castillo, he had to win. He had to fight that guy twice.
Talk.
Marcus McDonald, he had to fight him twice.
Talk.
And listen, Listen,
Now,
listen, Drew.
no. Now you
Yeah,
said
no,
this.
go ahead,
now.
go ahead, go ahead.
Now
go
you
ahead.
said this. So now here we are. Tank fought to a draw, which means people were split. He won, he didn't win, we don't know. When you have a draw with somebody, you have to what? Do it again.
Come on.
Run it back.
Your man's talking about Manny Pacquiao. Your man's
Exactly.
talking about Jake Paul. None of this has been asked for.
Come on.
Okay.
Old ass Manny
Rachel Donaire
Pacquiao.
right now,
Who
Rachel
cares about
Donaire-
old ass Pacquiao?
Rachel Donaire is asking, someone asked him why the fuck Tank pulled out of the Roach rematch.
Come on.
There we go. Now we in the focus here.
Okay. Y'all ready for this?
Salute to D-Man in the super
right.
chat. He says, my brother Drew, dude, must be a tap dancer because he dancing around all y'all questions. He is. And salute to Sugar Free Mars. Salute.
I don't know what they talking about tap this. I'm asking about direct. Y'all not answering my question.
Yeah, because you slipping these punches.
No, hold on.
Oh,
y'all
yeah,
got,
he's slipping
y'all got
the punches,
support
all right,
Stevenson
like Tank
y'all got
do.
Tito in a protection program over here. And,
Tio?
Y'all got him in like a protection program. But let me get back to what Mr. Donaire said, okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask you. What's his name? Roach may be the real deal. He understands that. And I'm going by what you said, Drew. Just what you said, Drew, not me. You said, I don't want him to fight him now because he may not be focused. I asked you, Drew, the other time we was talking, I said he probably wasn't focused because he's having the same issue with his girl then. So he didn't come over there focused. So which one is it, Drew? Which one is it? Which one is it?
Well, I'm
so
gonna
he knows this guy's the real deal, so he's going to take a tune-up to fight him. But I believe he will rematch. He will rematch Roach, and it's better for Roach.
Okay, well, I also said...
Because he go fight Roach, hold on, if he go fight Roach and when he and take smoke him this time, then where's Roach going to go?
Let me ask the panel.
Where's Roach going to go and take smoke him this time?
Hold on, Delano. Let me ask the panel. Did I not say that if this kid is not focused, I'd rather see him sit down and work out all this legal shit before he comes back into the ring? Because getting back in the ring before is a death sentence. I said, I don't care who he fights. He could fight Ryan Garcia right now, and I'll pick Ryan Garcia to beat him. Because Tank's not.
But Drew, you said that, right? But you and B last week was talking about this, and you said, I don't think he should fight anybody. He should take the year off. I agree with you. All right.
So you cool with him fighting Lamar?
He comes back and fights. He goes fight Roach. The excuse would be that he wasn't mentally there. Okay.
Well, Delano,
I don't think he was mentally there the first time he was fighting.
So you cool with him fighting Manny Pacquiao?
Come on. Manny Pacquiao.
I should take the year off to me. But if he's going to fight, I would rather fight Pacquiao than Roach.
Why?
Bro, please. Old ass Manny Pacquiao. You fucking kidding me?
If he gets in there with Manny Pacquiao and there's no VADA testing, Manny Pacquiao gonna beat his ass, bro.
Right.
Okay.
He's gonna beat his ass.
Okay. Well, either or, he shouldn't be fighting.
So Delano, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this. Because you're moving good. You ain't even moving the goalpost, but you're sliding and slipping real good. You like Ali right now in the ring.
That's a direct question.
But okay, let me ask you a direct question. Because I'm not going to use any secondhand sources. I'm going to ask you about the man that you're talking about. Tank Davis said himself that one of his biggest fears is losing in that ring. Now, you can sit here and make up all these other excuses of why he isn't fighting this person and why he isn't fighting that. How can you defend the man saying himself with his own words, not something that Drew Titan said, not something that Coach Hudson said. The man said himself that his biggest fear is losing in that ring. You don't attribute that to any of the reasons maybe why he has not fought his contemporaries based off his own words?
Nah, I mean, no, I don't. Listen, every fighter is afraid of losing.
I'm done.
Even you, when you go out. Listen, hold on. All of us have been in a fight sometime. The fear of losing is there.
Right.
So you understand? That's just fact there. So what he's saying is normal for a human being to think that way. All right. But eventually, if you keep fighting, you're gonna lose. If you keep fighting, every boxer has somehow lost. Mayweather excluding. But if he would have kept on fighting, eventually he would have lost. Because time, and you'll lose certain things. You lose certain things as you go over in time.
Okay, family. Now, everyone on the panel and everyone in the chat, I want you to witness what you just saw in real time. What you just saw was something called deceptive intelligence. I asked the brother Delano, does that attribute to any of the reasons he might be ducking some of these fighters and contemporaries? Because he said that's his biggest fear. The brother Delano says, well, every fighter has a fear of losing, and every fighter is going to eventually lose. Now, part of that is true. Part of that intelligence is, yes, a fighter does have fear when they go into the ring. But when Tank says that my biggest fear, hone on to the word biggest. My biggest fear is losing. And to sit here and say that that has nothing to do with how he moves and the fighters that he chooses, then you said not too long ago that he maybe felt that he would not make that much money with Shakur or make the money that he wanted. But was Frank Martin a huge draw? Was all these other guys a huge draw? No, not on paper. But what did we tune in? We tuned in because, Delano, you said yourself that he is the A side. He is the main attraction. He is the one knocking MFers out. Those were your words, not mine. So why would it matter who he chooses? The ball is in his court based off of your own logic. So you cannot be double-minded and double-tongued when you're talking. That small-time stuff will work on some people, but it's not going to work here today, brother.
Okay, my brother. Okay, Hudson. Let me backstep to my words. And I'm gonna stay by my words on that, okay?
Come on.
But let me tell you something. He said, no, he's the A side. Drew agrees with that? I don't know if you agree with that, okay?
He is the A side.
No, hold on. He said, is it worth is the money worth fighting Shakur now? Maybe that's what their team is saying to him. Is it worth fighting? What is he gonna gain by beating Shakur? That's what he's saying. Their team is saying, because he's the A side now. Now, he was a young guy coming up. Maybe that's different. But they're saying, is it worth fighting Shakur? Is the money worth that now? At that time? That's what his team is telling him, I believe. All right? And they see this other guy take a fight that he could get as much or more money, and he's doing that. That's all.
Well,
while everybody here is thinking that he's scared, he's running away from certain. Hey, listen.
He said he's scared of losing. That's why he's not fighting Shakur. That's why he's not fighting David.
Listen. Drew, listen to me clear. When he fought Ryan had a height and a reach advantage. The dude anybody could have beat him was, what's his name, Frank Martin. Had the skills, okay? I don't believe those guys could have beaten Tank if Tank didn't have the skills and the power that he had. So I don't believe that fear stuff about these other guys. All right, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. No. I mean, y'all could believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Two things you mentioned,
Mr. Hudson. I don't believe that. I hope that answers your question. I don't believe that.
All right, well, I need you to listen now. First of all, Ryan Garcia was drained. All right, let's go there.
Come on.
Ryan Garcia was drained.
Drew.
Stop. I didn't cut you off. All right, Ryan Garcia was drained. We saw it on pictures. All right, he had a Cindy in his camp. He broke up his ribs. Remember, Ryan, are you okay? Guy. He had people in there that said, hey, man, this dude ain't breakfast in the morning. So Ryan was dehydrated. He was drained. And Tank was still scared. He said it. He was still scared. Now, same thing with Frank Martin.
But he got in there.
Okay, great. He got in there with an advantage.
No. He got in there and got smoked. He got in there and got smoked. He could have called it off. He got in there and got smoked. That's all.
Stop talking.
I don't want to hear no excuses.
Stop talking.
He got smoked.
I'm going to tell you one more time. Stop talking. I ain't talk over you.
Go ahead, Drew. Go ahead.
All right, Frank Martin, same thing. When he looked Frank Martin in the face and said, you're drained, I looked you in the face. I made a phone call to somebody that was in his camp. And I said, bro, Tank just said he's drained. And brother said, yo, he is. But he should be all right tomorrow. And he was all right until he wasn't all right. So Tank is used to having tactical advantages. All right, if you want to nitpick and do that sort of thing. Another thing, I asked you how did he become the WBA champion? You never answered. Well, don't worry, I got you. He's an email champion. Okay? He's an email champion because he didn't fight for that belt. It was given to him. Now he got the belt. He don't want to goddamn defend it and unify with his contemporary Shakur. Now, you talking about what Shakur don't do. Well, he called out Conor Ben, and although he backtracked, he said, well, I will fight him at 47. That's what he said. Now Shakur's in a position where he's actively doing things. That's something Tank is not doing. Tank is not doing that. There's a unification fight right there. He's looking to give you Jake Paul and then right up into the sunset, him and Al Heyman. That's what he said. He's looking to give you Jake Paul on the way out and not a rematch with a guy that fought him to a draw. What are you talking about, brother? And this is what annoys me, not so much with Tank, because I realize that he's a pussy. I realize he's a pussy. All right, man. With that being said, since I know he's a pussy, I'm cool. I'm cool on that. When we said in the 80s and the 70s, he's a fraidy cat. Now that I know that, I'm cool. He's not fighting his contemporary. There's a unification fight right there. He also told us he wanted to be undisputed once upon a time. I don't know where the hell that went. But he's looking to give you Jake Paul and no rematch with a guy that fought him to a draw. There's no getting around that. Now, if you want to go back to 126 or whatever, 130 or whatever, Gary Russell Jr. was there. Mr. Gary Russell was there. He didn't even want that smoke. And then Devin came in and tried to get that done. Okay, so you got Gary Russell, you got Shakur, you got Tank, you got all of these guys, Teofimo Lopez, all of these guys actively duck Devin Haney. There's no getting around it. But y'all hold Tank to his pedestal.
You didn't hear me say nothing about that. But at least Gary said he wanted to smoke with Haney.
Oh,
man. And they never went back on it. But I'm going to get back to your
first question. It didn't happen because Team Russell didn't fight. That's why the fight didn't happen.
I want to get back.
You're celebrating the kid. You're celebrating this kid who's about to give you God knows who. No Roach. We don't. No Roach. No Jake Paul. We don't know what he's doing. We're talking about Manny Pacquiao. And then he might go to prison. And y'all putting this kid on a pedestal. Y'all know what's wrong with boxing.
Not 150.
Hey, Coach Hudson.
Yep.
All right. I want you to listen to this real clearly. Drew, Blue Blood is out of here. He's not there. Okay, all right.
Blue Blood was never in here.
Let me.
Holy shit!
I'm gonna show you how things are.
Talk to me.
All right. When Wilder, to me, beat Fury, the first fight, right? He won that fight. Okay. What did Fury do? He went and fought bums. Nobody said nothing about it until he went back to fight Wilder again. Did anybody say anything about
What are you talking about?
Bro, what are you saying, man?
Hold on. Delano. I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. He fought Fury.
I'm not talking about Wilder. I'm talking about Fury. I'm not talking about Wilder.
Stop, bro. Because now
you're talking about Fury. I'm not talking about Wilder.
Your ass, you don't know. You're not saying anything. You ain't about a whole lot of nothing. What happened was he got signed by Top Rank because they thought they could do numbers with him. He fought a fight on ESPN. They had to give tickets away. And they realized he wasn't the draw that they thought he was. He had a bullshit fight, and then he fought Otto Wallin, got his eye cut up, and he almost lost that fight. Didn't do any numbers. Okay. And the only way they
you're proving my point.
Deontay Wilder again in a rematch.
You're proving my point. He didn't go directly back to fight Wilder a second time. He went and fought a few tune-ups before he got back to Wilder.
That wasn't a tune-up. That was a money grab, man.
But I'm telling you. But this and what Tank is doing. He's doing the same thing.
Tune up for what? This is Tank.
Come on, Drew. Drew is the same thing. Am I wrong, Coach? Am I wrong? Coach, am I wrong?
You're wrong.
Coach, I'm wrong.
All right.
Fury's doing the same. He's doing the same thing Fury's doing. What was the difference between him and Fury if he goes fight what's his name? Your boy there, Manny Pacquiao.
Well, Delano, let me be honest with you. There's nothing wrong. Hold on, calm down. There's nothing wrong with someone doing a tune-up before another fight. The issue, Delano, that people are having with Tank as boxing fans, as he keeps changing his word. He never does what he says he's going to do, and we all get riled up. We all plan and make plans to either be in Vegas or be in New York, and then at the last minute things change. That's the issue. There's nothing wrong with somebody taking a tune-up.
Correct.
Hey,
and me and Drew agreed that he should stay out the year. We agreed on that because of his mental. Now he goes fights Roach, and Roach supposedly wins. The excuse, like Drew said, is going to be, I wasn't ready mentally. Oh, all right. So now he goes. They maybe tell him go find a tune-up, or even if you gotta remember the man is fighting for his freedom almost now.
But Delano,
you guys, wait, hold on. You guys have to give Delano the credit though. Listen, he already is telling you, okay? He just told you that Fury didn't fight Deontay Wilder after that first fight. And he's telling you what happened in that first fight. Do we remember? Wilder dropped Fury. So he's low-key telling you that knee that Tank took was a knockdown and he doesn't want it again and needs a tune-up.
Oh, Rachel, that's low.
You're the one who brought the.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh,
did you not bring the example?
I can't believe you said that.
That was the greatest example. Thank you for that example.
All right, Rachel, you got that. I'm not gonna come at you.
Those were your words, Delano. But Delano, I have to ask you. I have to ask you this as a fan, Delano. Tank Davis' words was he wants to retire by 2025. So let's say he does a tune-up. He has enough room for maybe one more fight. So let's say he fights Lamont Roach. Whether it's win, lose, or draw. Do you feel okay as a fan of Tank Davis that this man has had not one 50-50 fight in his whole boxing career? The face of boxing.
Yeah. Now, see, Coach, you're wrong on that.
Go ahead, tell me where I'm wrong.
You're shitting on a man's career, dog. Come on, Roach. Come on, Coach. Come on, Coach.
What 50-50 fighter did he have?
What Roach? Coach, come on, Coach. You better than that, man.
What 50-50 fight? No, I gotta call it like it is. What 50-50 fight? The odds don't lie. What 50-50 fight? I mean, we can go look at the odds in Vegas. We can go look at the odds in Vegas. What 50-50 fight did Tank Davis have?
Coach.
Yes.
All those guys that he fought, it was a 50-50.
Give me one. That's all you gotta do, brother. Name them, and I will submit.
Ryan was a 50-50. Santa Cruz was a 50-50. What's his name?
Come on, Delano.
White was a 50-50.
Delano, show me one betting odd. Show me one betting odd that had Ryan Garcia.
Wait.
Hold on, Coach. Hold on. Name me Shakur's when it was 70-30.
Why are we talking about
Shakur? We're talking about Tank, brother.
No. Drew. He's saying this, but yet his contemporaries, let's look at their resumes and see where was the 50-50 threat at.
The question is, what 50-50 fight that was Tank
Ryan
was in the 50-50. He was never a champion.
Rolly, White, these guys had potential to beat
Rolly
Tank.
was not a 50-50.
And then was beating Tank. White was beating Tank until he got knocked out.
Listen, here's the problem: is that you guys can't play both sides of the fence. Like every single time,
Thank you, Rachel.
No, I'm talking to you, Delano. Every time that you guys fight, whenever you guys fight someone, you guys you downgrade them. You guys downgraded Roach before he stepped in the ring. You're like, let him talk all that shit. It's the skills that's gonna override him anyway the night of the fight. And we saw that didn't effing happen. Now he sets up a card. First of all, the first fight he already delayed how many months? The second fight delayed now he's saying he's coming back in a couple months. It was supposed to be scheduled in June. Now it was supposed to be scheduled August 16th. He had all these other fighters on that undercard to be training, and then what? He just disappears on everyone and is like, I'll be back in a couple months. Like, dude, how much more months do you need?
Okay, on the business aspect, I can see that. On the business aspect, I can see that.
But listen, at the end of the day, he's only held the WBA regular, and Drew's correct. He's never unified. He's never tried to grab the other belts with his contemporaries during that time. So how are you saying that he's trying to be great?
Rachel, can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
Okay. When was Floyd?
We're not talking about Floyd.
No.
Jesus Christ,
Rachel, I'm just asking you a question. Just answer the question. When was Floyd ever? When did Floyd ever unify?
Do you know what Floyd did? And you keep saying that he's
listen, Drew, I want you and Coach Hutch.
Floyd fought the best of the division.
When did Floyd ever unify?
Floyd fought the best of his divisions. You didn't have Loma, you didn't have Haney, you don't have Shakur. There's no legacy defining wins. The best ones? Ryan Garcia, no belt, untested. Jose Pedraza in 2017, and Mario Barrios had a secondary belt. You could have gone for the super, which was Loma. That is what you're supposed to do because that's the one that's recognized over the regular. And he didn't.
Yeah.
Floyd
got to him when he was ready to fight.
What did they do at 130? They gave him the super belt for no reason at 130 for the WBA super.
But Floyd got to him. But Floyd got to his contemporaries when he was ready.
Why are you talking about Floyd?
When he was ready. Floyd got to most of his contemporaries when he was ready. He got
Floyd beat
most of them
23
when he
world
was ready to
champions.
fight
Why are
them,
we
not
talking
when
about
they were
Floyd?
ready.
Floyd beat 23
when
world
he was ready to
champions.
fight him. He got
World
to
champions in
Cotto when he was ready. When he was ready to fight him, he was ready to fight him. But
Delano, the thing is, though,
are you
Delano,
related to Byron?
Guess what, Delano? Floyd Mayweather fought Miguel Cotto, beat him, and went straight to jail after that. So you
keep putting your foot in your own trap.
Belt, he was looking for legacy. So what I'm saying is, when he was ready to fight him, he fought.
Why
him.
can't he fight Roach instead of fighting Manny Pacquiao?
But I want you to hear this. He didn't do no slick stuff like Lennox Lewis did and wait till they got old and fight him. That's what I'm saying.
Why are you talking about Lennox Lewis?
Yeah.
Delano, I'm very disappointed. I'm very disappointed because you came in strong, but now you keep moving the goalposts and you can't defend Tank. So instead of you just saying, you know what, y'all, I can't defend his moves, but I'm still a fan, you won't just say it. Just say I'm a fan, but I cannot agree with some of these moves. But you cannot compare a career like Floyd Mayweather to Tank Davis. You cannot compare a Lennox Lewis career to a Tank Davis. There's no comparison.
But Coach Hudson, I told you that. I told you I can't answer what Tank is doing.
Division champion.
But I don't see it as a real duck. If he's got something going on in his life, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to fight for his freedom.
But this isn't even no. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong.
I can't. You know what I mean?
What should Tank do then?
Huh?
What should Tank do?
I think
if he
he
got
stay
stuff
out.
going on in his life and he cannot focus,
you should just sit out. You should just sit out the year.
What should he do?
And come back when he's ready. When he gets his legal situation settled out.
We're here in November. We're here in October. If he fights in October or November, who you want to see him in the ring with?
If he comes back, it could be Pacquiao or Roach. It could either or. But okay. I see it's going to be Pacquiao.
How
because
does
they want to get the money before. Everybody wants to get the money because Pacquiao's name will bring in the gross more than Roach.
Pacquiao, what weight, brother?
What weight with Pacquiao?
Well, Pacquiao called him out. Pacquiao called him out.
At what weight?
I don't know what weight. He called him out.
Where does Pacquiao fight at last time? Where did he fight at last time?
140, right? That's what Barrios is. 140, right?
Oh my
God! 147, Delano.
147. Okay,
he
147.
Fought Mario Barrios at 147. So if Pacquiao's the A side,
but Tank ain't going to
who's the A side?
147.
Pacquiao or Tank?
Huh?
Who's the A side? Who's the A side between Pacquiao and Tank?
Well, Pacquiao's been out, so it will be Tank. It will be Tank.
But who's the A side? That's not what I asked you. Who's
Tank.
the A side?
Tank will be Tank. It'll be Tank because he's the current champion.
But so you think Tank is the A side in this scenario?
Tank.
No, he's not.
Why would Roach? Why would a guy who's out for like 5-6 years be the A side?
Can I ask you a question, Delano?
Because he's Pacquiao, he is part of the biggest pay-per-view fight in the world in history.
Delano.
Pacquiao has pay-per-views behind him that Tank cannot even touch.
What hurts more, a loss to Pacquiao or a loss to Roach?
Good question.
What hurts Tank more, a loss to Pacquiao or a loss to Roach?
Man, he better
Pacquiao,
not lose to Pacquiao.
Pacquiao, of course. Yeah,
Pacquiao lost to Pacquiao. Okay.
No. False.
So what would you rather see, brother? What would you rather see? Pacquiao.
I'd rather see. It don't matter to me. It doesn't matter who he fights. I'm a fan.
Thank you for answering that question. Thank you, because that's what it's all about. Y'all don't care who Tank fight as long as Tank fights somebody.
Right.
Is that the truth?
Well, what's wrong with that? Ain't that boxing?
No, that's not boxing.
Do you so just
hold on a second, man.
If that's the case, hold on a question. Let me ask you a question.
Come on, man.
You finally admitted that you do not care who Tank fights. So tell him to give up that belt and go fight whoever he wants.
Go do exhibitions.
Tell him to
If
stop
that's the
holding up
case.
the 135 division. Tell him to stop holding up 135.
Okay.
And let other fighters that actually care about legacy fight and try to get those belts and unify and become undisputed.
Okay.
And tell him to go fight whoever he wants. Go tell him to fight Jake Paul at 230,000 pounds.
I Freedom March. Let me ask you a question. You can be 3 or 4 fighters right now. Tank could fight. Now, on that date, give me 3 or 4 fighters in that division right now that he could be on October, which Drew was telling you right now that he could fight. Besides Roach, give me 3 other fighters that he could fight.
Shakur, Andy Cruz, Abdullah Mason, Keyshawn Davis.
Conor Ben.
Come on.
Conor Ben.
What else? What else you need, Delano? I'm here for you. What else you need, brother?
Those guys will say no. Come on.
Conor Ben.
Come on.
Hello? Who would say no?
Hey, yo, hey, listen, guys.
Who would say no?
Hey, it's been great. It's been great.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna do this again.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You gotta study up, brother.
No. We're gonna do this again. I've been studying up, buddy. I mean,
man, you were naming wrong weight classes and everything. I just need you to get those weight classes right. That's all.
Drew, hey, thank you for having me on your show, bro. I appreciate it. All right.
Yes, sir.
Very much, sir. All right.
All right, brother.
I don't know what you're gonna do about what's going on in Brooklyn, but
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. No, that's your city, Drew.
What's going on in Brooklyn?
That's your city. You got guys coming out of there, and
what?
God, they messed up the sport, man.
What are you talking about?
Well, you got T.O., you got all these other guys coming out here.
You don't claim Teofimo in Brooklyn.
All these guys coming up here, they can't hold it. You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I don't. I really don't.
All right, Drew. All right. I'll leave it alone.
I think it's amazing. You can see the wrong. You can see the wrong in other fighters, but you can't see the wrong in Tank.
but all right. I'll leave it alone. Man. Y'all guys have a good Saturday, man.
Peace, brother.
Yep. The brother said Brooklyn from the Bronx, and we don't claim T.O. in New York at all. And I'm very honest when it comes to Brooklyn, man. I was employed with Terrell Miller. Shannon Briggs made some moves, lost to Lennox Lewis, Zab made some moves, lost to Kasazu, but that wasn't the end of his career. He went on to do some big things. The close thing, and he got hold on. I had to help him out. I don't know what he was talking about when it comes to fighters out of Brooklyn. I don't know what he was talking about. It is what it is. But I mean, look, man, I got to do that every now and again to let y'all know how these Tank fans are operating mentally, and they're absolutely mental. This was crazy work, man. He's bringing up Lennox Lewis and Floyd Mayweather,
Jack Johnson.
You know what I'm saying? What are we talking about here? I mean, what's happening? Dude, you see no fault in what Tank was doing or not doing. And the bottom line is this. I bring the shit full circle to what my show is about. Rick Glasser said Tank is retiring and he had some inside sources. And I said Rick Glasser's a liar. I don't believe a fucking word he says. But on second thought, Tank also said he was leaving at the end of 2025. What happened? And we just asked his brother, who would you rather see him fight before he goes, if he goes to prison? I don't even know if he's going to prison. I hope not. And me personally, I don't want to see Tank retire if he's really going to get his work done, which must be seen to believe. Stick around and fight your contemporaries. This guy's talking. He don't even know what weight class Mario Barrios and Manny Pacquiao fought in.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
That was awful. He's bringing up Gary Russell. I'm like, Gary Russell was on this bumper like 7 years ago. That fight could have happened. Then he's talking about, well, what happened with Gary and Devin? I'm like, all right, well, what happened was that Gary Russell clan didn't want to fight him. That's what happened. See, Delano wasn't around back then. We were here. It was happening on our channels.
But you know what, brother? What's sad is a lot of the Tank Davis diehards, you all about to have your heart broken because you all have more faith in this man than you should. And anytime we have these conversations with the Tank diehards that love this man more than the sport itself, it always goes back to, I don't care what he does, I just want to see him fight. That's what Delano said. He said, well, isn't that boxing? Family, that is not boxing. That is not the lineage that we come from or the foundation that we stand on, especially as Black American elite fighters. Like I said in the beginning, blood and sacrifices have been made and shed so that our fighters can be in this position today. So for anyone to think that they're going to come into the sport, really kill the sport, if it wasn't for Turkey right now, I honestly don't know where the sport would be right now, because the last 2 years, it was headed down the drain because of things like this. When all of those fighters were with PBC and doing what they want to do and moving how they want to move, that blueprint is not going to allow boxing to survive. Don't you all see what's happening around us? You got ESPN saying they don't want to have nothing really to do with us anymore. Everyone's pretty much saying we don't want to have anything to do with you. Netflix is dealing with Jake Paul more than other actual boxing promoters. If you all don't see what's happening around you, what they're telling you is, as Tank diehards, we do not care if the sport itself dies, as long as our man gets to do what he wants to do. And as long as there's breath in my body, I won't allow it, brother.
And you see, what people don't realize, and you're 100% right on that, what people don't realize is Tank Davis himself was willing to be assimilated and a sacrificial lamb. I'm telling you right now, he signs for that Jake Paul fight, there ain't gonna be no agreement. Jake Paul's gonna go in there and try and knock his little ass out.
Yep, out the ring.
You know what I'm saying? And then y'all gonna know that Jake Paul is damn near my size. He's 6'1", 200 some odd pounds. He's not gonna go in there and play with Tank. He's gonna go in there and play with him for like about 3 rounds, and he's gonna try and knock him out. For real, he's gonna try and knock him out for real.
Yep, like his brother did Floyd. Like what he tried to do to Floyd, hit him in the back of the head and punch him down on him.
Ridiculousness. You know, it's that in itself is ridiculous, and I'm telling you, that's why I didn't want to see Tank take that Jake Paul fight, because I said, man, Jake is gonna try and kill him. You know what I mean? He's gonna try and make a statement with him. And you see, y'all are too stupid to realize I'm still on code when it comes to Mellow Yellow. I said that he shouldn't take that Jake Paul fight for more than one reason. Now, what's it worth? Getting knocked out by a stupid ass Jake Paul fight for $100 million? That's how you want to go out? This is ridiculous. And ESPN, you're right. ESPN, they already shafted Keyshawn Davis, but courtesy of his own words. So we ain't got nowhere to go. And you're right. I don't know where we would be if it wasn't for no Turkey Al-Sheikh. And I'm not saying Turkey's perfect. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it. I'm saying if he wasn't around just throwing the money around, we getting something, what would we be doing now? I probably wouldn't even be talking about boxing. This is crazy stuff, man. This is some crazy stuff. You know, but to keep it simple, what I want to see Tank do is run it back with Lamont Roach. I want to know if this was a fluke or not. I don't think so. But Tank has something to prove to himself and to his fan base. Because all I heard was a bunch of excuses. Oh, that was his friend. Meanwhile, he don't want to be friends with anyone in or around his weight division. That's what ego told y'all. You know what I'm saying? All of this stuff. What Tank needs to do is shut up the doubters. I'm a doubter. I don't think he can compete with Lamont Roach. I think Lamont Roach has his number. And what Tank doesn't want to be is Roy Jones in a rematch. What he doesn't want to be is Shane Mosley versus Vernon Forrest. That's what he doesn't want to be.
Thanks.
He doesn't want to be that. But K-Rod, you've been in the building all this time, man. Salute to you, brother. What you got?
Hey, how's it going, Drew? Yeah, like my whole take on this is I think Gervonta has turned himself into an absolute failure with his very poor, bad decisions. I'm not the type of guy to like trash on people that are going through any hardships, but if you got mental issues, you should really just stick out and seek help and don't put yourself out there. I think the problem with a lot of Tank fans, that being Delano, they like to play cognitive dissonance a lot, and I think to me personally, every time when I hear them talk, it's like they're making excuses for for degenerate actions that don't make any sense of being ignorant, and I think that's bad for the whole fan base. So I just think like at this point, like we need to start being a little bit more serious about how people like that act, and we need to, you know, have them disbanded because it's not healthy for the sport. Because it's like, you know, I don't want to be going out to boxing events and just seeing people justify, you know, like bad decisions, like, you know, for for supporting, you know, ignorant behavior, and somehow that's okay for boxing fans to be disrespectful and treat people like a certain way because like you don't like how like a fighter moves. So I think Gervonta Davis's fan base needs to be called out for, and it needs to be taken out.
I agree 100%. I agree 100%, man. They're being very irresponsible with everything that's going on. Now, right now is the perfect time for them to just lay their guns down and just say, "Yo, look, Tank, sit your ass down until you figure out this split thing, and hopefully the young man don't go to jail." All right. But having a fight before you potentially get hauled off to prison, that's a built-in excuse. If you fight Lamont Roach, I don't see him beating him. If you fight Jake Paul, that is the absolutely worst thing you could do, right? If you fight Manny Pacquiao with all this shit going on, if you fuck around and lose, oh, good Lord. Good Lord. I'm telling you, Tank fans, y'all weren't around these YouTube streets when the Pactards and Flomos, the internet was flooded with that, and it was so ugly, it was so racist. That's a war y'all are not prepared for. I'm not helping with that. I'm done. I'm not getting in the middle of that no more. I was in the middle of that. It was ugly. I'm not dealing with that. Y'all gonna get a bunch of views, but it's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly. I'm not dealing with that. And all of this is because y'all justifying this dude being irresponsible. If a Shakur fight was on the horizon, I'd be so content right now. If a Lamont Roach rematch was on the horizon, I'd be so content right now. But these fools, y'all are literally sending this kid off to his death. Y'all are killing his career slow. He's killing his own career, and y'all are assisting him. Y'all are Peyton the Kemp in the 90s. Y'all are alley-ooping his death in his career. This is career suicide. Y'all don't care what he does. All right? What he needs to do, if he really is looking at prison, don't fight for the rest of the year. Don't. Go sit your ass down and work that out. Because if these people put his ass in the ring, because I'm telling you right now, Lamont Roach is dangerous. Even the Pacquiao fight on this level with all this going on is dangerous. The Jake Paul fight is dangerous. All of this is dangerous. You know, this is ridiculous. And all you guys want to do is see him perform in the ring? Or how about perform at his best level? This is crazy, crazy, crazy work. And again, I don't fuck with this kid, but I'm still thinking on the better part of his behalf, because I don't think anyone around him is thinking for his best interest. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Y'all go ahead and want him in the ring. Y'all go ahead and put him in the ring. Y'all go ahead. If that Manny Pacquiao fight happens, I'm telling you, it's going to be the worst thing in the world. And that's another thing. If the Pacquiao fight happens, you know it's going to be at 147. If it's anything above 135, all you Tank fans need to shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. You guys need to stop. Manny Pacquiao's a welterweight, man. He's a welterweight. Please stop this. Please stop this. Y'all don't even know I'm actually showing some concern for this kid. I ain't clowning too bad. I'm showing some concern for this kid. I'm doing something that y'all are not doing. This is disgusting. Salute to a boxing fan times 4. He says, nah, Big Ray, we'll take good care of him in there. Yo, bro, you know what? The fans want to see him in there by hook or by crook. Y'all go ahead and listen. Y'all go ahead and get what y'all want. Y'all go ahead and get what y'all want, man. He says, like publicly defending your child while you know they're wrong. And shout out to what you call it. What's this dude's father that just snitched? Not even snitched. He told the truth on his fucking son. What's that dude's What's that kid's name? All in the news. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Like K2 or something like that.
K2, whatever the fuck this kid's name is. Well, he committed a murder. Queso? Yeah, well, Queso your ass to prison. Goodbye.
What?
Cats in the comment section on those videos, all on Instagram, talking about, oh, the father failed his father failed his son. How about his son failed his father in his entire bloodline? He ain't raised no murderer. Get out of here, man. Get your ass into prison, because I ain't raised you like that. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Send his ass to prison. He failed his bloodline. He failed his dad. His dad got on there to tell the truth. Don't you ever compromise your integrity for your fucking kid when your kid know better. Get out of here, man. People so stupid. Look at Delano. He says we got a little more love for Miguel than Tank. Yeah, all right. You want to see Tank in there before he potentially go to prison. You just want to, Delano, you just said you just want to see him in the ring. I said I want to see him in the ring at 100% with no distractions. But you know what? Watch this. Go ahead.
When did fighters start fighting exhibitions before they fight their contemporaries? I thought that's something you do at the end of your career. Honest question.
Cano said Queso dad is a murderer. They from here in Jacksonville. They both street dudes. Okay, was his dad ever caught? And I'm thinking, I mean, you can't lie on the oath. What's he gonna do? Stand on the stand and be like, "Hey man, that ain't my boy." Everyone saw it. I don't know. I'm not familiar with this shit. I'm just saying. He said I just saw a video of him on the stand saying, "Yeah, that's my son." I mean, I don't know if he had said no, that would have helped. I don't know, but I know if I didn't raise no murderer, and my son decided to murder somebody, and they say, "Yo, is that your son?" I'm like, "Yep, if it's my son."
Hey, Drew, I'm gonna be honest with you about this sitting out a year thing. I think that if Tank sits out for a year, man, and he's already 3 months has gone by since the last fight, right?
Yep.
Man, I don't know. It's gonna be 2026. I mean, he's definitely not gonna come back and fight a contemporary. It's gonna be a tune-up, and then by the time he gets, some real action, that'll be probably the middle of 2026 to end. I mean, if his mind isn't in the right place, he really needs to think about just, either getting out the game, doing an exhibition and taking the bag, or, because he has a real chance of really getting hurt. But I see that a lot of people don't really care. They just want to see him no matter what. So, hey,
brother, I said that. I said exactly that. I said, he needs to reconsider whether he wants to continue this. Because you're right. If he goes to the court and that judge bangs that gavel and says, you're getting 24 months, that's 2 years. He might not do all of it, but if he's gone for at least, again, y'all, he's according to what I was told, he's going in front of the judge that said she didn't want to see him in front of her no more. That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
So she ain't gonna play with him. You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna play with him. So I mean, look, if he has to go sit down for anything past a year, it's been proven that, he gets overweight and he ain't, training and stuff. So, he might want to just pack this thing up. And my whole thing is this dude he's not as advertised. Now, y'all can call me a hater all you want, but this dude is not as advertised. He's not as advertised. He's not. We got contemporaries running around here, man. This is crazy. So, you might want to sit down, but these cats want to see him in the ring no matter what. Y'all go ahead. Y'all put him in the ring with this heavy head. Y'all go right ahead. Now, if he comes out of prison a year later, I don't know. He might get his head knocked off by a top 10 guy. What happens if he comes out a year later and they put him in there with Abdullah Mason? He might not make it. He might not make it.
Yeah. Abdullah fighting almost every other month.
Yeah, man. He might not make it. You feel me? Is that what y'all want? And Tank could be one of those ESPN, what was that show? The 30-30? Whatever the fuck it is.
Mm-hmm.
one of those greatest stories. Oh, he could have been en route to be the greatest one, but then he could have did this, he could have did that, you know, and they'll be saying everything that we say. Now, I'm gonna go on record. I ain't dissing Tank or nothing like this. This is a bit of concern. I say he sits the rest of the year out. All this coming back in October shit, ain't for him. That's for the niggas around him. You know me? That's for the niggas around him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's not for him. He's dealing with this girl. Let him deal with this girl. If his girl feels that him being behind bars is better for his kids, yeah, you chose that birdhead chick. You chose her. This has a recipe for disaster. And I'm removing the built-in excuses from all you cats. This cat going here, first of all, I'm upset. I'm reading what y'all saying about Queso's dad. I'm not educated about none of that. You know what I'm saying? He raised him that way, fine. You know, well, look, sins of the father. You are what you're raising. And now all the hell raising he did in the streets, now he's in there talking about his damn son. Now he's in there snitching on his son. So you see how birds of a feather flock together? You see how you are the product of your fucking son? You see what God did to him? You did all that hell raising in the street, and now they brought you into court to say, by the way, is this your son killing somebody? Now you got to say yes. Because if you plead the fifth, that's also going to be a problem on another level. See how God works? You see how what I say, you get what you put out 100% of the time? Now, he ain't catching no bullets in the street to put him down. He might have did a little bit of prison time, but on the outside looking in, based on what I'm reading in my chat, look what God did. Oh, yeah, by the way, you're going to judge somebody, but now it's going to be your son. You see that? You see that? So I don't feel sorry for none of that situation. Now, boxing, please. You know what I'm saying? Tank had the world in the palm of his hands. All he had to do was open his palm up. He ain't do it. So I don't feel sorry for none of this. I don't feel sorry for this kid. But y'all gonna be sorry. Y'all gonna be sorry if y'all make this kid get in there, man. This shit is crazy. K-Rod, man, give me closing words, man. I gotta get my day started. It's hot outside.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, and you know, like I wish I came here like a little bit sooner, but overall, I just think that the degeneracy in the boxing community from Tank fans is very bad for the sport. I like to enjoy myself at any sporting event to not deal with disrespectful behavior and foolery. And I think Tank, you know, he needs to stop acting like a fool, and he needs to start being his age to be mentally mature, because I know he's a better individual than that. And it's just kind of funny because it's like everybody tries to like basically harp over being like a street thug, thinking like that's fun and all, but I will tell you something, that's going to be the first curse of your life to get you killed in the streets, because you being a gangster does not make you tough. I don't care if you're from New York. I don't care if you're from Chicago, Philadelphia. I know plenty of people that can easily hurt people without being from anywhere in the world. So it's like, I think it's just pathetic that you have to glorify that in the boxing world to think that's funny, because it doesn't make you any better. I think the content of your character is how you are raised, and the responsibility of your moral intuition is what builds you as a man or a female too. So I think that's important, where people don't understand that, and I think it should be, you know, set in stone that if broken people are to bring bad ideas to a society, they must be disbanded and they have to be ostracized. So I think people like Tank need to be called out for that, and he should not be given any second chances.
True. And salute to Mauricio Sillyman in my chat, man. I see you, brother. Delano says, does K-Rod know what a check hook is? Yeah, he does know what a check hook is, but does Devin Haney know? I'm sorry. Does Tank Davis know what a child support check is? Uh-oh.
Does he know what like a Department of Labor unemployment check is?
Uh-oh. Does Tank Davis know what it is to check in
before you go sit down in the jail. Yeah, of course, man. But thank you, K-Rob, man. Salute to you, brother.
Okay, thank you, Drew. I will see you later.
No doubt. And salute to y'all. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chat, man. Man, salute to y'all, man. I should be live tomorrow, 7 p.m. LWC Strong. I'm not at home right now. I'm out, taking care of family and, things like that. You know what I mean? I'll be doing pep talk next week, probably Monday. Got a lot to say. Man, but salute to y'all. Y'all have a good day and stay cool. Bronx on deck.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.